Hi, welcome to TTN Presents Monsters and Other Childish Things. I am wholly unprepared. How are you doing tonight? I am Juicy Garland, your GM,
Wholly
and let me
unprepared.
introduce my lovely players, starting from my top right with Zapria.
Oh, hi. I'm Supriya or Zoop, and I forget what else we say. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Purvi Patel, whose pronouns are also she, her.
That was perfect. All right, how
Thank
about you, Mia?
Hi, I'm Mia or Eosha, she, her. I play Ollie Sanchez, he, him.
And what about you, Sel?
My name is Sel, short for Celestial. My pronouns are they, them. I'm playing as Harper White, whose pronouns are she, her.
Heck yeah. And how about, what is your name again? I don't remember you.
Hi, my name is Rosie. I use she, her pronouns, and I play Evelyn Bartles, also she, her pronouns.
Yes, and I am Juicy Garland. I am a big gay drag queen who sometimes doesn't put on drag because it's been a rough week. But either way, my pronouns are your problem. Figure it out. We have context clues. I can't be bothered to remember what they are at any given time. So, let's start off first with our question of the week, which I have been holding on to this one for now, I think, a month. What was a moment as a kid where you knew you messed up big time? Now,
I have an
oh yeah, go Sell. If you've
I
got
have
one,
an
go.
immediate remember. This is embarrassing. It's
Yes,
so embarrassing.
self-inflicted trauma. Yes.
It is related to, I always forget the name of it, but it's this part of neurodivergency that is very common within autism and with some people with ADHD, where you are compulsively have to repeat something someone has said to you or
Echolalia.
something you hear.
Yes, I was about
Thank
to
you.
say it.
Yeah, I've had it my whole life, and it's gotten me in trouble many times. There's this one moment, though, where it was particularly a bad moment for it to happen.
Do tell.
I was sitting in class. We were elementary school students, very small kids. I think I was maybe 6, maybe, as like 6 or 7, and we're sitting at a round table with like maybe 8 kids at this one table, and there's this girl who I believe she was Pakistani, and she was an immigrant. And she was talking about a word that was really, really bad. That was like a slur to her and her people. Really,
no.
really bad word. And the moment she said it, it came out of my mouth. And she was looking at me in horror, and I was looking at her in horror. Like, I did not mean for that to happen just now. And I got taken aside with my teacher out of the classroom, and my teacher gave me a very stern talking to, and they called my parents.
I actually have a related story. So, I don't know if you remember the old like Bugs Bunny, like cartoons, where in a moment of frustration, Bugs Bunny would say like "frigga fragga frig frig frig," and he'd like mumble. There was a time where I like banged my knee getting out of the car when I was with my dad, like going into my grandma's for like Christmas Day. And I like imitated that. And my dad thought that I said the N-word and I had no clue. And because it like the frigga fragga, like if you mishear it, I can see how he drew those dotted lines. And he like gave me the biggest backhand, like upside the head, and yelled at me. And I didn't even know what I did, but I knew I messed up real bad. And it wasn't until like he said, "You never say that word." Like, and my dad, when he gets mad, is very scary. Like, I was just mortified. And then eventually it clicked what he thought I said, and I had no way to explain what I was actually doing, because what I was actually doing, even like at 9 years old, I knew was so stupid that like I couldn't do it. It just made no sense. There's no way to just talk my way out of it. And I knew I messed up real bad there. Yeah, that's mine. Yeah.
No, it was so bad. I couldn't talk my way out of it even a little bit because I had 8 witnesses.
Yeah. Yeah, that's rough. Also, I think I might know the word that you have said, but and it may be the same word that I'm used to in a different context for package store in the Boston area, which Zoop,
Yeah.
and here's the thing is that here in Mass, we call a package store a packy. And I had some British friends who I met at a convention where I said, "Oh, we just need to go over to the packy and get some vodka." And the look of horror on their faces, I was deeply confused for a moment until they had to explain it to me.
Okay, I'm
But-
sorry. When you said package store, I was imagining like a UPS store.
No, oh no, a liquor store is a package store in Massachusetts.
Okay,
Okay,
never
so
heard that
I
before
honestly
in my
never knew.
entire life.
I knew that a package store was called a packy. I never knew what a package store.
Yeah.
You were just like, I was like, okay, you're at a convention and maybe people bought too much stuff and they have to ship some stuff home to themselves. That makes sense.
It's a
to
liquor
have to
store, and I think it's because you put your bottles in a brown bag.
Go. Okay.
I think
That
that's
does
why.
does check out. That does
Yeah.
check out, but I was
What's
like,
someone else's? What's
Yeah,
someone
yeah,
else's
yeah.
memory?
Let's move on.
I don't want to make people sad. But I do have one. I think it actually, I actually submitted it to like American Girl magazine as an embarrassing moment for one of those
That's
columns, and
amazing.
it did get published. So, 5th grade, right?
Mhm.
I'm sorry to bring up puberty again, but
That's what we do in this house.
5th grade, they have that day where they separate the boys and the girls into separate classrooms and tell you what's about to happen to your body if it has not already happened,
Mhm.
right? And they separate them
Really
out
love
so that girls don't learn about balls and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So the school nurse is like, who in here doesn't wear a bra yet? And I'm like, for about 3 weeks afterward, boys would come up behind me and like try to feel my upper back to feel if it was true or not.
Oh gosh.
Jail.
mean.
Jail for kids.
Yes.
Like where Harper
Did
went?
your- Oh my god, question for my fellow AFABs. Did burger flipping exist in your elementary schools?
I
It
need to
was
know what this
existed
is.
in mine. It existed in mine, which is
I-
a thing that boys would do, where they would, while you were just walking down the hall, they would like try and like really quickly, from under your breast, like flick.
Flip it out of the cup, I assume.
No, just generally just try and make it like flip.
Jail.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
okay.
pump
Yeah,
the brakes a bit.
yeah. What
We'll
about
go
what
to
what
jail.
about you two?
I think the time that my dad took off the belt to whip me is probably what I need.
Did you guys ever like accidentally let's get away from that topic, accidentally like break something and like think that it was the end of the world and then everybody was like, no, it's fine. That's replaceable.
No,
Because
I've
I
never
cannot
broken
tell
a
you
bone.
how many porcelain knickknacks I accidentally broke as a child, and
that.
like I was like in tears, and my mom was like, "We literally got that at a garage sale."
So you remember when cars used to have crank down windows as opposed to
Mhm.
electric ones?
I still,
Um,
my car still has those. I drive a very old, very beat up car.
Yeah.
So living in Canada and having very cold winters means that those would sometimes get frozen in place and you couldn't move them at all.
Mhm.
I did not understand this concept at one point, and I just kept trying to force it, and then I broke it. Like I physically broke the mechanism. I think I was 10.
Yeah.
So fun fact, my my car that I currently drive, it was made in 1999. It's looks
Darn.
like it shouldn't run. And the thing about plastic is that when it gets old, it gets brittle. It's perfectly fine under the hood, but cosmetically this car is falling apart. And part of the parts that are made of plastic are the door handles. And so my driver's side car door years ago, the inside door handle snapped off just because the plastic got brittle. The mechanism is fine. The handle
Mhm.
broke. And so I have to roll down my crank window and reach over and open up the door from the outside to get out of my car. Last winter, that handle also broke. So now it's a two-hander because I have to like
Amazing.
reach over and like get my fingers under it and then grab it with my other one to get out.
You just have
Alright.
to break into your own
This
car to
is
use
going
it.
to be
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Mia? How did you mess up as a kid?
Hang on, can we do like
Oh.
a raising money for Rosie's car?
Everyone donate. Anyone who's here watching
So
this
Rosie
stream,
says it
please
has to be
donate.
Yeah,
her
let's
car.
do it.
Rosie
Let's
can
raise
get
this
her
stream
car.
later.
Also, my parents might replace the handles for me for Christmas.
Oh,
it's
that
just
would
like
be
it's,
sweet.
it's
Not the car.
It's not the
Just the
money.
handles?
It's not the money that's getting the handles is like super cheap. It's that you have to take off the whole door and like disassemble the whole door
Yeah,
to install
yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Anyway, back on.
Yeah, Mia, how'd you goof up as a kid?
Gosh, my sister, when we were really young, I was getting to that age where I was like, I'm one of the big kids now and I can't hang out with you, but we would hang out all the time. And we were in our room, we had a shared bedroom, and she was annoying me so much that I turned off the lights and shut the door. And so I hear her crying, and I just hear duk 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 of my mom like walking up the stairs, and I knew I was in trouble. And my sister cried so hard she threw up on my
Oh, no.
pillow.
No!
So that's what I get. But yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
So before I go into our summary, I did actually want to take a little mystery inventory because we have officially passed the midway point of this mini-series. And I wanted to know what you know. So first, I wanted to ask you, if I could find my place for taking notes, what is the mystery?
What the fuck is going on with Mr. Chen?
Yeah, Mr. Chen is a big one. That little scanny gun random thing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so it's
The
got to be
purpose
connected
of
to that
Harper's
company.
Dreams?
It's got to be connected to that company,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But why was he dead? Is the
Yeah,
real
who-
Mr. Chen
who
dead, or
killed-
is this the real
Yeah, he's
Mr.
probably
Chen?
I'm
died.
still stuck on what the purpose of the cube is. Like, what is its purpose?
Yeah, there's the cube too.
Because we know what the ray gun thing does, that it detects monsters, but what does the cube do?
Mm-hmm.
And why don't
Okay.
the monsters like it?
Well,
Is there some
doesn't-
bigger purpose for the cube in relate? Because obviously it relates to Mr. Our principal, but like,
Mhm.
why did he have it? What was its purpose? What was he gonna do with it? Was it something bad? Because the monsters are reacting to it really poorly and really
Well,
negatively,
remember,
so-
Yeah.
the cube was in the sludge monster.
Mm.
Mr.
Mm.
Chen had the
Right.
detector gun.
Yeah.
So it might not be
Oh,
related
you're
to that.
right. Okay.
So it might be something completely different.
Who has the cube? Is it in the hair?
Me,
Harper
Is he
has the
here?
cube. The ray gun is in the
So
hair.
maybe that's why Harper's having bad dreams.
am I having bad dreams?
Wait,
I thought you
everybody's
were.
having bad
We all
dreams,
had
but
bad
we
dreams
all
except
are.
for
Never
Kirby.
mind.
Yeah. But what's up? Harper's parents are in on it somehow. I bet.
At
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
in some way, I wouldn't be surprised if my parents were evil.
So for me, the mystery is: did whatever is happening come from the same place as the monsters?
Yeah. Is this like
Mm.
a third source that's separate from the monsters, or is it from the same thing?
Mm.
Okay.
Is Mr. Chen a monster?
That's a good question. Is he like a
Mm.
type of monster that's disguising itself as a human?
Like,
or
yeah,
just
like a
somehow
changeling monster, a shapeshifter
of some sort? Yeah.
I mean,
Or
would
maybe
he,
it's like-
would he be a monster, or would he be like a Pokemon master, like a
You know,
monster
I think
master?
we established that he couldn't see monsters himself. I think. Am
Right.
I remembering that
Yeah.
right? You guys,
Yeah.
I don't
think-
take notes in this game.
So I think that from my
Good.
perspective, I've been sort of viewing him as this like synthetic existence
Mm.
that's like not a monster and
robot.
also not a human and like
Yeah.
almost robot, but like a synthetic existence.
Yeah, no, he's
Yeah,
definitely like
yeah.
cyborg or something like that.
What
He's
if they're
scary.
trying to like figure out how to let adults access the powers of monsters?
Yeah, he
Oh,
might
like a
be
superhuman thing.
It might look like Mr. Chen, but maybe it's like a synthetic him.
What if
That would
they
make sense.
want
not
to
He,
actually
he
him.
seemed like he seemed like he had no pulse and he was dead because he's a robot. Oh my god.
What if they
'Cause
want to
he's like
capture our monsters?
A
and use them?
homunculus.
Okay. I love all of these ideas. It's really interesting to see versus what I've written and had in my mind as the mystery, what you are coming up with. And I don't want you to stop doing what you're doing. Whether you are on or off base, and I'm trying to keep a poker face here, I am obsessed with the way you all think. Now, I want to know, I want to take an inventory. What are your clues? What do you think your clues are?
Okay, let's start with each
The cube.
individual part of it.
Yeah.
The cube.
Yeah. It repels, or at the very
The
least, like
cube.
creates an aura that monsters don't like. That's categorical. We got it
It
from this
has-
creature.
It has like seams. So I think we conclude that it can open, but we don't know how to open it.
Yes, we know
I
it
haven't been
opens, we
able to
don't
get
know
my
how.
grubby little fingers and make a shop check on it yet.
We know that it
Um,
glows a little bit in some
Mhm.
circumstances, but not all.
So cube is
Mhm.
clue number 1. I think the dreams we had on the bus are
Are
definitely
related to the
relevant.
cube. I think it's.
think
I
they're-
think something about this cube is evil.
Yeah.
We all know spherical is the perfect shape, so that makes sense.
Okay.
Clue number
Ray gun. The ray gun. We know that it detects monsters. We know that Mr. Chen had it.
yeah.
Why do we think he has it? Aside from
Yeah.
him not being able to.
Well,
see
let's go
things.
chronological here because before we knew the ray gun was a thing, Mr. Chen was fucking dead in a ditch on the side of the road.
Yeah.
And then
He was covered
gone.
in mud
Oh,
or something,
no.
wasn't he? Because he was in the mud. Of the
Yeah,
Mhm.
like
river.
he had been there overnight, and
Mhm.
He was
then
like
as soon as
head
we
down in the mud.
yeah,
Yeah, so he
and
was, like,
someone
definitely
murdered
And
dead.
him.
he knew
Someone murdered him and
Ollie's
replaced
name.
him.
He knew
And he
So
Ollie's
knew my
name.
name.
Yeah.
Pause. So maybe already it's possible at that point he was already the quote unquote synthetic being, which
Yes.
because we couldn't detect the pulse, he might have already been it,
Yes.
which means that we wouldn't have been able to tell if he was alive or not anyway.
So we have Mr. Chen. He had the ray gun monster detector. Ray gun monster detector is clue number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Have we found any clues since? Well, no, the pen.
If-
The pen.
Pen.
We also know
pen.
that
What
he
was the pen
had
again?
stuff from Harper's parents' company that
Yes,
we dreamed
like a
about.
company
Oh.
pen.
And we
Yeah.
also someone found a business card that had my parents' company's logo on it at one of the
Mhm.
scenes.
We did miss a clue, which was the appointment book, and it will haunt me forever.
It's not
I
gonna be there
will
when we try to go back,
say
so it's
if-
gone forever.
I would like to point this out, not as it would be very well the opposite of metagaming, but basically the fact that Mr. Chen knows Ollie makes me think that Ollie's in on it.
Oh,
Amazing.
sowing some discord.
But
You don't
Corby-
know.
Corby would never think of this, so
I
That's
feel
what
like
Kirby's
we
evil
as
twin is thinking.
individuals, we
What was that?
currently. I feel like currently as characters, none of us are currently assuming anyone we know is related to this.
Besides
Um,
Harper's parents, yeah.
Aside from like, do you guys think that your characters would be like actually suspicious of my parents at this point?
no.
I don't know if we know that your
100%
parents
no.
work for that company.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you
we've
do. I
made
don't
that.
think I've mentioned it yet.
Yeah, no, I don't
The
think we
brain
know.
cells haven't talked yet.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
hmm So, I feel like maybe one more
mean,
clue
like-
and Harper would be like, okay, this is too many times I've seen this logo.
I mean, like, okay, so in fairness, I'm trying to decide how radicalized Evie is at this point. She's 8 years old, so she's definitely read
How
like
radicalized
ninth
is
grade
Evie?
level books. Does she think rich people suck? That's what I'm trying to figure out right now.
Has she read the basic like first read you get like when you're radicalized of like
Is there like a
Important women
kid's
throughout
version of
history.
Das Kapital?
I feel
Okay,
like that's
but-
Monopoly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Okay, so I
Mhm.
know the setting is like kind of like 90s, 2000s, all
Well,
mixed
this
in
is
together,
during
right?
the housing crisis, isn't it?
Right. And it's also like in media back then. There were so many movies about rich men being the bad guy, right? Like think
Yeah.
of like,
That's true.
you know what I mean? So I
Yeah,
feel like we would just be like,
Evie definitely
the
would
bad
like
guy.
if somebody was like eat the rich, Evie would be like,
Let's
Yeah.
eat.
Okay. So before we get too far off away from clues, I think it's good to review the clues. I think it's good to review the mystery. You have a lot of really solid ideas, and I love where your heads are at. It's also a really interesting check on me and how I'm telling the story. So this is really good food for thought, and I'm liking what I'm hearing, whether or not you're right on everything. So let's then dig in. So last time on TTN Presents Monsters and Other Childish Things, Our kids went to another day of school. Some of them remembered their homework after the drama the prior night. Some of them did not. In addition, something was up with their parents and the morning routines were a little disrupted. Once they got to school, the kids discovered they had to turn in assigned poems and read them to the class. Our 4 hooligans did this beautifully, but Alexis, Harper's mortal enemy and budding mean girl bully, picked on Harper and things escalated, leading to an end-of-day fight challenge. Evie did some S tier passive-aggressive sneaking, as usual, and the kids, as usual, caused some lunchroom chaos again, getting some of our students sent to the principal office where they saw some of their parents checking in for bring your parent or guardian to school day. This included Harper's mother. What will our kids do now? I am so excited for this nonsense today, by the way. So, to review where everyone is, we went over this a little last time. We have in the main office Harper and Porvy, hand in hand. They see, of course, Harper's mother and then Porvy's uncle. The hands drop in Harper's sort of horror, rolls to freak out and passes. Porvy, indignant, of course, does not have to roll to freak out because she is convinced she has done nothing wrong. We have Evie walking from the library back to the lunchroom, I presume, where Ollie is located. Ollie is sort of standing, I assume, in the middle of former chaos, wondering what the heck is happening. Does that all sound right to all of you?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Importantly, I believe I got a success on a roll to use a monster ability on Alexis Janelle.
Oh, I have not forgotten.
Right.
And we will get to that.
I'm
Because
very excited.
Alexis Janelle, that budding mean girl, is in the office too, in tow with Porvy and Harper. But I actually want to start with Evie. Where are you going right now?
Yeah, I think I'm going to check on Ollie because I know now where Pervy and Harper are, and I know Ollie was also involved in that mess and being targeted.
Mhm.
And I think I'm just like going for somebody familiar who I know is going to be.
Yeah.
I don't want to like go sneak out of school or something because like my dad is here and I don't want to get in trouble for not showing up to class or something. I don't think I've ever skipped school in my life. I miss 1 day of school per year for getting sick. That's it.
So, the gym teacher, Mr. Jameson, who you so brilliantly renamed, I forget exactly which of you did. That was the plural you. Has just left with the other two, going down to the office. You walk past and cause your mischief. So the cafeteria now is sort of beginning to settle. What is Ollie doing? What does Evie see?
I think Ollie is trying to, because I think Squick was out as well.
On the ceiling.
Yes, so he is trying to guide him back down, and like he's like shoving the plush body into his backpack when Evie comes by.
I got like full fist.
Yep. Evie!
Pervy and Harper got in trouble.
I know. I didn't know what to do. They were just fighting and screaming, and I was like, I don't know, just call somebody, and I called somebody, and I think I got them in trouble.
Yeah. They shouldn't be in trouble, but we'll see, I guess. They tell you to tell an adult, but then the adults are like, well, why did you react? Are you okay?
I don't know. I was just panicking, and now I feel really bad.
Are you okay?
I mean, yeah, I'm fine. That mean girl, what's her name?
Alexis Janelle.
Ew, gross. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just nervous because she seems like some of the teachers like her, so I'm just scared that, you know, our friends are gonna get in trouble and not her.
Oh, I kind of like look up at Miss Bitsy, who's like snickering in the corner of the cafeteria ceiling. I can't. I think
what?
she's gonna get in trouble.
Oh. Okay.
Well, at the very least, she's gonna pay some late fines.
Okay, sure.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry. And, I didn't steal anything.
Technically.
now I feel like you did, because I didn't think that at all before.
If I don't tell you, then you can be honest and say you didn't know.
Okay, fine. I don't know. Should we go do something now? Like, what if they go talk to Mr. Chen?
They're going to talk to Mr. Chen.
Oh.
That's he does the detention stuff.
Yeah, crap. Maybe we should go sneak by and just listen in and make sure he doesn't do anything nefarious.
There's also a bunch of other grown-ups that like aren't teachers and stuff right now.
Who? The cops?
No. Would I have recognized Harper's mom? I don't think so, right?
No.
No.
But you might have seen your father.
Oh, I like maybe spotted him coming in the doors or something. Okay.
Yeah.
It's that parent day thing. I also forgot.
Oh my gosh. I forgot too. My parents are gonna kill me.
Both of them? At
Yeah,
school?
I don't know. They're probably both gonna kill me, but I didn't tell them, so I don't even know if they're gonna be
They
here.
can't kill you if you're at school.
That's true. Okay, I guess I live here now.
So, I want to ask you, what would you like to do? You're like maybe halfway through lunch, right? So you kind of have an opportunity to sneak about if there's anything else you want to do while your friends are occupied by administration.
I think yeah, Ollie is worried about the others and would want to at least be in that area.
I think we need to try and listen. I think we need to try and like just keep an eye on the office, and like if we see any chaos in there, we run in and interfere. But I don't think we can do another Beetle Man.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
We're
he's
still
broken.
trying. We can't break him again.
No, what, does Miss Bitsy know how to type on the friendship?
Juicy, I'll leave that up to you.
Does Miss Bitsy know how to type?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a risk. I think that she may.
She is canonically literate.
That I believe. It's the keeping her on task. Yeah, I assumed she could read and write.
She canonically knows the term stock dividends. So.
Yes, that's fine. It is the coherence I question.
Yeah. Whether it's a good idea, but it's the friendships. Nobody else can read them because they don't have the little reader guys.
I know. I just thought maybe that Miss Busy could maybe go in there because she's good at hiding, and then she can update us on what's going on.
Oh, she could throw it at us or something.
Yeah.
Get it to us. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Do you think she'll do it? I mean, I don't know.
I look up at her.
What? Shiny.
Do you want to listen in?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
Let me.
What?
I'm looking for something to. GM.
Shiny.
I'm looking for something to bribe her with. I'm like shuffling through my backpack.
Shiny.
Like.
Wait,
Just a minute.
Okay.
She's zooming.
Is there like a lost and found somewhere?
You know what? Why don't you? Let's see. I feel like yes, you could probably find something in the lost and found. What do you think you would find that's shiny in the lost and found? What's a kid gonna lose?
Oh, a kid. Okay. What does a child have? Because
A retainer.
A retainer. Oh my god, yes. She would love it. And it's the glitter. It's
like a
It's
glitter
a translucent glitter that like gets so gross because like it's a translucent glitter.
It's like a
retainer.
neon pink with glitter in it. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
What are you gonna make it out of it? What are you gonna make out of it?
It's hot!
Oh, it can be like, it would look cooler if you got like a little hat and you made it like a little like pin out of it. You
Yes.
can undo the wire and make it a pin.
Yes. I want it. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me.
You gotta listen in to the stuff and report back if anything.
Ah!
There you go.
Okay.
Gosh, this
And
this
she's
is
off.
freaking me out.
And with that, let's pivot over to the office.
She's
So,
so cute.
we're over in the office, and you see Mr. Chen signing in Mrs. White. Porvi, what is your uncle's name?
His name is Arjun Gupta.
Origin?
Arjun.
Arjun. Sorry, I didn't hear.
Arjun.
Yep, okay.
Gupta.
Arjun. Yeah, so yep, Mr. Gupta and Mrs. White are signing in, and they pivot and see you two. How do you react? Harper, what is this?
Harper's not gonna immediately respond, because top of head, I don't actually remember why I'm here.
There was the fight with Alexis in the lunchroom, and you were sort of caught in the crossfire and dragged by the gym teacher.
Right, I didn't actually do anything.
Yeah, you didn't
Right.
actually do anything.
Right, I remember.
Yeah.
I would look at my mother and I would say, I am here to be a witness.
Well, mind how you answer questions, okay?
Yes, Mom.
Porvi,
Mosaji,
what did you do?
I stood up for the downtrodden like I should.
He's somewhere between trying not to laugh and also really frustrated. There's a blink. What?
Someone was saying mean things.
And then the gym teacher, just cross-armed, is just like, Mr. Chen, you need to see these three. And Alexis Janelle is just so smug, so sure of herself. And Mr. Chen just asks Mrs. White and Mr. Gupta to just please wait here in the office until it is time. And those two, and of course, Mrs. White's assistant, who I don't think I described last time, is this very tight-waisted woman in a perfect skirt suit with just the brightest, blondest French twist, and the reddest lipstick. And she's just quiet and observant. And she just walks right with Mrs. White, and you are led over to Mr. Chen's office, where Mr. Chen takes you from the gym teacher and sort of shepherds you in. And I think as you enter the office, you start to see Mrs. White begin to just accost the gym teacher to demand to know what happened. And there's just like a high-pitched, accusatory mumbling as the door shuts. So Mr. Chen says, please sit down.
Porvi looks at Harper to see if she should sit.
Harper does not sit. Harper's demeanor is like, we're not going to be here for very long. I'm not going to be here for very long, and therefore I don't need to sit.
Ladies,
Porvi does
please.
not sit because Harper does not sit.
Alexis just walks over to one of the chairs and does like a slight curtsy and just sits primly, smugly. Ladies, will you please?
How many chairs are there? Or
There are
is
three.
there like...
There are three chairs, yeah.
Okay. For some reason I've been imagining that there's like one chair.
Oh, yeah, no. He's got like three chairs, there are like two directly in front of the desk, and of course Alexis took center stage, and then there's like one or two against the wall next to the door.
Porvi looks at Harper to see if she should also curtsy.
Harper does not. I think if Harper were to do anything right now, it would be to walk up to the desk and stand in front of the desk. That would
Okay.
be the maximum she would be doing.
If that's what you want to do, that's fine.
Yeah,
You can
like
do
I'll stand
that.
either to the side of the desk so that everyone can see everyone, and I'll just be standing to the side of the desk. Just, I'm all right here.
And Corvi?
Yeah, me too.
Well then, who can tell me what happened?
I'm looking at Alexis right now.
Yeah,
to,
and
like,
there
see
is
you.
no hesitation. She just starts with, well, these kids are just such losers that they deserve all the punishment they get, and of course it's all their fault, and I just had to bully them. I mean, come on now. No one that stupid and lame could possibly deserve to go unpunished, right? So absolutely I sent my Coco after them. She has such good attack moves. It was the only thing that made sense.
I will just look at Mr. Chen and say, as you can see, this girl is in desperate need of some psychiatric attention.
There's a long pause. He ignores you. I might need you both to freak out because she mentioned her monster.
Yeah, that's courage, right?
Yeah, that's yeah, courage roll. Right? Or yes, I believe so.
That is 2 3s.
Yeah, guts plus courage.
That is
Okay.
2 7s.
So you both manage to not freak out. You hold it in. Don't show on your face too much. But Alexis is very smug and has no idea what she just did. And Mr. Chen then pauses and just goes, Alexis, thank you for sharing. Please go see the nurse and wait in the quiet room. And
Is this because she has an imaginary friend named Coco? Because that's
That
not
clearly
an
doesn't
excuse
exist.
for being mean.
Well, I think Alexis is just really in need of some help in several ways, and I think this is a good move, Mr. Chen.
he has no sense of humor about this. And Alexis, a little nonplussed, is kind of surprised that her obvious honesty didn't work. So she hesitates and he goes, please go see the nurse. And he picks up the phone and calls the nurse and lets the nurse know that she is coming. So Alexis, starting to like get teary-eyed, goes, not sure of what just happened here because she lost control.
Harper is gonna stick her tongue out at her as she's walking away.
Oh shoot!
With her like
Okay,
apathetic, like fully.
I have to open up Alexis's character sheet right now, and I have to have her roll to freak out. That's what I have to do.
I feel like that's Harper's child variant of an FU.
Oh, she loses it. I'm not gonna have this escalate to a monster fight right now. By the rules, I should. I think she's just going to panic. And what's gonna happen is as she's rounding the door, going to the nurse to just hide in the quiet room, Coco Channel pops out and like chases after her, barreling down the hallway. And like Mr. Chen just catches a glimpse of that, and you can see him acknowledge her. Ladies, sit please. I'm not done.
I'll sit now. I'll sit in the same seat that Alexis was sitting in.
Porvi stands in front of Harper. Harper didn't do anything.
That is fine. I need to know what happened.
I'll like
I
tug on
think-
Corvy's shirt and say like, I'm okay with being a witness.
Does that mean you want to talk?
You can go first if you want to go first. If you don't, I'll go first.
Okay. Well, Alexis has been really mean to Harper recently, and I think that it's really not okay that you let her be mean. So I told her that um, mean people are sad people.
Well, that is interesting advice. Why did the gym teacher bring you to me? And remember, I will be speaking to him to get his side of the story as well, to verify your stories.
I look at Harper. Why did he bring us?
Okay, hand on head.
Yep.
So, from my memory, Alexis like threw something at me. Like I think she like
She was like
either
throwing
threw
stuff at you.
yeah, she like either like a whole food tray or like parts of it or something. So like I think they're food on me.
They're like little
there's,
pieces of paper probably in your hair.
Yeah. So like we can point to that from my memories.
That's reasonable. So,
I Porvy, are you or me?
You go, Harper.
Okay. Harper would stand up and she would go to the side of the desk again and she would lean forward and point to her head.
and he will lean.
Yeah. All this paper and food in my hair is because Alexis was throwing things at me.
And then what happened? Why did it escalate?
Because I told her that it's bad to do that.
It started with the food throwing, and then Porvy made a statement, and then Alexis didn't like the statement.
And this Coco that was mentioned. Who is Coco? I do not remember a student named Coco.
I have no idea. I think Alexis is crazy.
I believe it's the little rooster that's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
I would like to connive.
Yes, absolutely. Go for it.
While Cell rolls that, would Ollie and Evie have seen Alexis Janelle leaving the principal's office?
So, if you remember from the map, it's just a quick turn from Mr. Chen's office down a short hallway to the nurse's office.
Mm-hmm.
So she actually wouldn't be leaving the main office at all. And it's about here where maybe Ms. Bitsy would arrive to listen. And you two might hear the like giggling, crackling of like the little pincer arms. Just like outside the door, like right at the floor, just like listening. Yeah, so what did you want to say to connive? And what did you roll?
2 10s.
Okay,
Two
so what do you say?
I would say Alexis likes to make things up. I've known her for a very long time. We used to be really close, and she's always been a compulsive liar.
Well, I will have to speak to her parents.
Hey, Harper.
Hmm?
What does compulsive mean?
It means she can't help it.
Oh. Wow, that really sucks for her.
I know, right?
Can you also give me a connive, please, Corby? You're not getting away with that for free.
One match!
That's all you needed. Well, thank you, ladies, for your forthrightness and honesty. It is a shame about Miss Janelle.
Not really. But, okay.
Tell me, before you go, I do have a few additional questions I have been meaning to ask you. Have you experienced anything strange lately?
Kind of. Like,
Define strange.
Well, that's really for you to define. Please tell me, as your vice principal, I am here to help. And I have noticed certain strange activities. So I just wanted to know if you have experienced anything strange or troubling, if any.
There was the exploding aquarium, and the fish.
I
that
did
are
mean
going
to ask about
everywhere.
that as well. Yes.
That was weird.
Mm.
All the water went everywhere. It got my shoes very dirty, and my mom did say that she wanted me to get recompensed for that.
Yes. How were you able to defeat the creature?
There was no. What are you talking about? It just exploded. I think you
Did you
might
know
need
that
to see the nurse
fish-
doctor, Mr. Chen.
Can you
think you
please
need
roll
to
to
go see the
freak
nurse.
out? Because he knows about the creature. And also we're gonna raise your tension here a little bit, I think.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
What'd you get?
Three nines.
All right.
I think Porvy's just confused because she's thinking about the fish.
See, I feel like me and Harper are similar in this circumstance, where when we're under pressure in this circumstance, we're so
Mhm.
quick at like creating answers for
Yeah.
like out of thin air.
I love that. Yes. So how did you manage to defeat the creature? It is impressive.
What creature? It literally just exploded. I have
The
no
one
idea
that
what
was
you're
in the
talking
tank.
about. There was no.
Are you
such thing.
talking
I
about the
think-
fish?
No,
Yeah,
no,
there
the
was a
sludge
big
monster.
fish.
I think
Yes.
he's talking about the fish.
Oh no,
I
the
think he might
sludge
be talking
monster
about
on the
fish.
video evidence that I saw. Yes.
I think you might be schizophrenic, sir.
He's gonna
Hey,
hit a
Harper?
button on the side of his desk. Oh, one moment.
Hey Harper, what's schizophrenic?
That's a harder thing to explain in 5 seconds.
Okay.
And you'll notice he went to go where the like detector gun was, and it's gone, obviously. Well, he'll close like the like panel you can't see. Interesting. So you've experienced nothing strange, and you are asserting that there was no strange creature that you fought at the aquarium.
No.
I did think I saw you at the creek the other day.
Yeah, I think we saw you there, but we couldn't. We could also just be wrong.
Ah,
We
no,
are
that
we are
could've
children
been me.
after all.
What day?
I don't know, a couple days ago.
I don't remember.
That
what
was
day.
Tuesday. Says the GM.
I would.
don't remember
I
a
think
couple
Harper
days
would
ago.
like just sort of go, "Oh, this, recently."
Interesting. I don't remember recently going over by the creek. You mean the one down the road?
That's weird
the
that you
bridge.
don't remember.
It is odd. Again, I would highly recommend you go speaking to
Is that-
a professional.
Is that a
about
sign
this.
of schizophrenia?
And on that
It could
note,
be.
we're going to pivot back over to Ollie and Evie, where Miss Bitsy is like
losing my
running
mind.
back like a friend Chip, like "Ah!
He knows!
Wait, wait, wait.
And then
Wait.
she's gonna hand you the friend Chip that she typed.
What's it say?
It says, Mr. Chen, tall man, brown suit, kinda spooky.
Good description.
Very
What does he know? What does he know?
He knows about
Oh,
the sludge monster.
Oh.
wait, I thought I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
what
newer
happened
to
with
the-
Alexis?
Oh, she's at the nurses. Shiny.
Oh,
I can't wait to make this my hat. It's gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna wear a jaunty. I'm gonna wear a jaunty.
wait, Evie,
Beautiful.
wait. Can monsters be seen on like video
On
and
film?
stuff? Yeah, I thought they were like, I don't know.
Can I
like-
make a roll to see if I've stolen my mom's digital camera to try to take a picture of Miss Bitsy?
I don't think you
I
need to
would know
roll to
that.
have done that. Yeah, you've taken a picture and she shows up for you.
Okay. And have I like Did I forget to delete it off my mom's camera and she saw it?
But like most adults, their brains just sort of fuzz over those spaces. They just can't handle the strangeness.
Yeah.
Like out
You
of
know,
like
So
sort of.
then how
yeah.
can Mr. Chen see it?
It's a great question, Ollie.
Oh my god.
I think our friends are in trouble.
Wait,
I know.
wait.
Is that
Evie,
Evie?
Evie, what if Mr. Chen is a bunch of kids in a suit?
He is really tall.
Yeah. Like he's like 3 of you. Like what if there's 3 kids in there? And that's why.
Okay, I need to make a decision out of character versus in character here.
Yeah.
Because out of character, I'm like desperately want to go follow up on Alexis Chanel and like I'm worried about that fucking nurse's office. In character, Evie is convinced that like Pervy and Harper might have their monster stolen from them or something. But would Evie think about the nurse's office? Evie's like fuck Alexis Chanel. She's never said a cuss word in her life, but if she did, she would say that.
I see
For
that.
So-
sure.
She's gotta. Oh, but how do we get into the office?
I mean, I don't know. I could send in Squick and he can unlock the door. Or
I don't
can
think the
it-
door's locked because they're literally in there.
Oh, I mean, we could
There's just a lot of grown-ups. There's a lot of grown-ups in
I
there.
know, and lunch is almost over. Should Evie?
What?
I'm gonna do something, okay?
Don't break Mr. Evilman again.
I'm not. And then Ollie goes and runs and pulls the fire alarm.
No! I think she actually does scream that.
I imagine it in slow mo, like Ollie running, Evie like.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Ollie, you're gonna go to jail!
I'm gonna go to kid jail.
I think I should roll to freak out.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll to freak out. Because I want to see something here.
2 threes.
2
2
threes.
threes.
Okay, so you have the choice. If you failed it, you wouldn't have the option to try to stop him. Do you
Okay.
want to try to stop him, or are you gonna let it happen? Are you gonna let this chaos happen? What would Evie do?
I'm putting myself in 8-year-old brain.
The stakes are high.
Let me
Oh
let me
God,
add
I'm
something.
so torn.
I think Evie would have picked up on, like, as Evie was like talking to Ollie.
Uh-huh.
Ollie very much kind of like really cares for this group because he hasn't had friends before and he knows you're really smart. So as
Mhm.
soon as you start expressing this worry, like you
Mhm.
could see that anxiety hitting him. So he was
Mhm.
like, we have to do something now or our friends are gonna die.
Yeah,
So that's
I
where
will
that's
try
coming
to stop
from.
him. In that case, I think it's the like seeing him like I could probably imagine his eyes like darting around the room looking, and I
Yeah,
imagine
like,
if
we
he
gotta do
notices his
something
eyes
now.
lock in on that fire alarm.
I love this game. Okay, I think this is a contested PE roll, or no?
Okay. We're
Oh,
really
no.
bad at that.
Nerds, two
Yeah.
nerds are gonna trip over each other.
All
is what's
right,
gonna happen.
it's either PE or yeah, that's it. Yeah, PE, just PE.
Okay. I
Let's
have
see
2.
these nerds
You
fight.
rolled. I only rolled 2.
Zero matches.
For both of you.
0 matches. Should we add them together and see who rolled higher? Is that what we should do? Because we.
I think we just like bump foreheads or something.
Yeah, I think that you both are gonna fail here. But I
Yeah.
want to know how you fail so spectacularly, because we haven't had a moment like this. Because usually it's a success because your pools are pretty high.
Can I suggest
Yeah,
an
this is-
idea?
Yeah, please.
Please.
I feel like Evie, when you are going to try and stop Ollie, you spectacularly trip.
And pull the fire alarm.
Oh no!
Yeah, and Ollie, you
No,
just
that's
like
so-
fall flat on your face.
Yup. That's it. Yup. Evie is the criminal.
Oh,
Evie
no!
is going to kid jail.
I'm going to jail.
Yeah, I need you both to roll
Okay.
to freak out. So I'm giving you both tension for this.
Yes,
That's
1000%.
Yep.
Juicy, I'm not rolling. I'm freaking out.
Yeah, that's fine. So fight, flight, or freeze. What do you think?
In this situation, flight, for sure. For sure. For sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And what about
I
you,
think
Ollie?
it's for a place to hide. It's not outside of school, I will say that.
It's not a okay. Interesting choice.
Hmm.
What's Ollie doing? Fight, flight, or freeze?
A flight after Evie, wherever Evie's running. All these
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I think I'm going for. Okay, I don't have the map pulled up right now. Is there like so is there like practice rooms and like by like the music room, like little practice rooms, or like is there like a smaller like little meeting or computer lab or reading room?
yeah.
With the library or anything like that.
Outside of the caf, there are two main doors to the cafeteria.
Mm-hmm.
One way brings you towards either the teacher's caf or the
Mhm.
gym.
Yeah,
And
definitely not
that
there.
takes you into the hallway that leads you towards like the tech room, AV, all the way down to the office. The
Mhm.
other one faces right outside to the bathrooms.
Mhm.
And those are flanked by the art room and special ed.
Got it. Okay. Oh, I see something here.
Gym
Okay.
storage.
Okay.
Gym
I'm
storage
looking at the
is an
map.
option.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the
But-
map. How, in this chaos, as the fire alarm is going off, how difficult would it be? Because the guidance counselor's office is right there. I have to get past the main desk, but it's right by the principal's office.
Oh, that's a lot of running. That's the opposite side of school.
Oh, I thought we were like lurking outside waiting for Miss Bitsy to come out, is what I was imagining.
Oh, I thought you were still in the cafeteria waiting for Miss Bitsy.
Yeah, no, I was imagining us like waiting nearby so that she could like throw us the chip if she needed to or something like that.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
If that's the case, so if you're over this way, you have, if you'd have to go into the main office to get
Mhm.
over there, or go
Yeah.
through the nurse's office.
I
to
think
get
in the
over there.
chaos, I am just trying to sprint past into the guidance counselor's office. If she is in there, great. If not, cool. It's like either to a dark place, to like a dark, quiet place where nobody else is in the room, or guidance counselor's office, because she's definitely been in there in tears before, and she is definitely in tears right now.
So what I'm gonna say is you're still gonna have to go through a whole bunch of
Yeah.
adults to do
Yeah.
that.
100%.
How do you want to be able to get away with that during a fire alarm?
Pixie dust. Miss Bitsy's wings,
Yeah.
the glittery pixie dust trail which she leaves, causes uncontrollable sneezing.
Okay. That's what it's gonna do?
Well,
right.
obviously she's going with me.
Yeah, okay. Well, obviously. Then
So I'm imagining her like going ahead just like crop dust.
So, all right, we will come back to
These
this in a
grown-ups.
moment. So, we go back into the office, right? And there a couple these odd questions have started to come out of Mr. Chen, and he then like leans forward and asks, "What do you know about Philco?" And right then and there is when the fire alarm goes off.
Porvy looks up and says, "That's something strange."
You know, it's like going off super loud, like hurts your
Red
ears.
lights flashing.
Yep. Well, time to leave the office and get outside. Porvy or Harper, which of you wants to roll a notice?
Harper does.
Probably me, yeah, I was gonna say.
All right, one of you gets it. So roll it.
3 9s.
That calendar book is right there. If you could distract him. It's just right on the edge of the desk. And you're standing right
Okay.
next to it.
I'm gonna do something that I had an idea for 5 seconds ago, and now I'm gonna just do it. Where is he? Is he like sitting or is he standing? What's he
He's
doing right
been,
now?
I think he's standing now behind the desk. Trying to like usher you out. Because of the fire alarm.
Okay, just ushering from his spot. He's not moving.
Right, not yet.
Okay. I'm going to try and verbally distract him so hard. I'm going to shake this man so hard
Yes.
that he just doesn't notice me
Okay.
when I lean forward and I take it.
All right. Let me go to his character sheet in case I need to roll something opposed. Yes. What do you say?
Okay. So firstly, I come to the side of the desk from the sitting position. I get up, go to the side of the desk where that book is closest to.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you were already there. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I lean in real far. And I say, come closer. Come closer.
Miss, there's a fire. Yes?
I get real close to his face.
Yes,
say-
Miss White.
I know so much more than you will ever know.
Okay, roll. I can't tell if that's a put down or a connive.
It's a connive.
That's
and
what I
it's a little bit
thought.
of put down, but I would say more so a connive because and then I think I would follow it up with I know everything about Philco, but I will never tell you.
All right, I'm going to roll. Now you roll. Oh, wait, I rolled for you. I rolled on the wrong sheet. Hold on. Yeah,
Juicy, I was
ignore
like,
that.
the way you said, and now you roll was like, oh, this man got like 5 10s.
Yeah,
I
no,
got
hold
3
on.
6s, by the way.
What?
3 6s, by the way.
Oh, gee whiz. Okay, where is Mr. Chen? They're in staff. I have a whole... I have different sections for NPCs. Staff, teachers, adults, students. All right. This one. Oh, this is not going to be good for him.
An organized queen.
I have to do for this.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, none. Then
Which
yeah,
means I get the book, right?
you get the book. He's just like reeling back a bit, and you can just slide a hand that, put it behind your back, and then I guess fire
We walk
alarm
out.
time.
We leave.
All right.
I take Corvy by her shirt and I pull her going fast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a little shock on his face. Give me a brains plus notice, Harper specifically, because you're the one paying attention to him.
2 10s.
His eyes have changed, and they are no longer human.
I knew it.
And I'm gonna give you another tension
Oh, love.
because it is scary, and you are just a kid at the end of the day.
I'm at 2 tension right now.
You're at 3 right now. I'm just adding it.
3.
Yep.
3
I
tension,
if
okay.
you didn't notice, I actually added a tension tracker in the handouts in our game in Roll20. Although I know not everyone's in Roll20 because of computing problems. But I'm keeping track of it in there so that way everyone has it in the same place. Yeah, so that just happened. And as you do that, Evie, Ollie, I guess you're running into the office and having Miss Bitsy make everybody sneeze?
Yeah, I think Miss Bitsy is in the her reasoning for doing this is clear the way, my girl needs space. Basically, is how Miss Bitsy is thinking in doing this.
What do you say to Miss Bitsy?
I don't say anything. I'm just running, and she knows what's.
Okay, yeah. All right, that's fine.
I am crying and running.
Yup. So then she's just gonna start.
Oh my god.
Woo, that voice sometimes makes me cough. Okay. So you just run into the office. The fairy dust is going everywhere. Everyone is sneezing. Ollie is sneezing. Harper's mom is there sneezing. Porfy's uncle. Your dad has arrived and signed in. He's sneezing like crazy. You're weeping. This is when the other two are rushing out of Mr. Chen's office. What do? Fire alarm! Fire alarm! Fire alarm!
I'm gonna if Evie follows, Ollie will try to get Evie away from I don't know, to some secluded corner hallway so that we're away from the
Is the
parents.
guidance counselor in her office, or is the door closed and the light out?
You got to get over there first.
Yeah,
I assume you do. So if you run over there, you will run into Porvy and Harper. and you will pass the open door of Mr. Chen's office.
Okay.
And
And
he
can
will
I
see
see, like, if the door is open and the light on or anything like that? Or, like, the guidance counselor leaving with the fire alarm going off or anything like that?
She's probably leaving right now. She was probably in
Okay.
there with a student, and
Okay.
she's taking that student. Yeah.
I think Evie is just in full panic attack
Mm-hmm.
at this point. So I guess if Ollie, like, tries to grab her, she would let him. So.
Okay, yeah, I think oh gosh, because yeah, single file lines and all that. So I think Ollie would try to make us look discreet and just like, oh yeah, we're just following. That's it. And yeah, it's scary. So
Yeah.
and I think Ollie will just be like, oh my gosh, it's so scary. What's going on? It's okay.
An important question, Juicy. Is this the kind of fire alarm that sprays ink on you when you pull it?
No, because
Okay. Because
this
I
is an
was
elementary
imagining she's
school
got, like,
and-
ink all over her hand, being like, this is the person who pulled the fire alarm.
Yeah,
So,
no, I did not
okay,
imagine
cool.
that, so I'm not gonna
Is that a
retroactively in my
thing?
brain say yes.
It is.
I
yeah.
know,
I was about
In a lot of schools, it is, especially high
Yeah.
schools, but in an elementary school, not usually.
Yeah. There was a kid in my 5th grade class who did get in trouble for that. So that was a real thing that happened.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Alright.
okay, so because this whole time I was thinking, like, she literally has her hand is covered in ink, like, there's no way to deny that she pulled the alarm. So especially if, okay, let me revise my train of thought here then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she would let Ollie, like, grab her and, like, I don't want to act through this because if I hyperventilate, I will make myself lightheaded. But she is, like, full panic attack right now. So.
Yeah, Ollie's just trying to keep Evie calm, but also like just try to blend in with the other kids that are now filing out of the school grounds.
All right. Then Harper and Porvy, you have absconded with that book, and you see this chaos. You see Miss Bitsy just circling the office, everybody sneezing, and Evie's there weeping, hyperventilating. What do you do?
I look for the person I need to beat up.
I feel like Harper would try to assess what, like, the best, like current thing to do would be. 'Cause she is the smart one.
Yeah.
She is the thoughtful one of this group. So just the deciding factor is, would Harper think that whatever they came in here for was important enough to stay here? Or would she
Oh,
think
wait,
that
you
we
didn't
needed to
come in
change
here on
location?
purpose. I think it's important to remember. You were forced to come to the office.
No, I'm talking about Evie and Ollie's situation and the fact that they are unable to currently explain why they're here. So, like, Harper would go, is what they came here for important enough to stay here?
Got it. I think you would see Ollie trying to guide Evie away.
Yeah,
I feel like I would ask Ollie then. I would say, Ollie, why are you both here?
You might not have enough time for that, but give me a brains plus notice.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to say.
Porvy
Just
is
because
just
I
going
feel like
to
she would
immediately
want that
wrap.
information.
Is going to
2
immediately
5s.
wrap Evie in a hug.
Oh.
Say that again.
2 5s.
2 5s. Okay, so that's enough. They've run in here. They look kind of lost. There's a fire alarm going. They were probably trying to come find out about you. Fire alarm goes off. They run in here, probably in the chaos, and now it's time to book it. And you have 2 options. You go out to where you're supposed to be during a fire alarm, where you will be looked for, right? But also everyone's out of the building. If there's something you want to do briefly, you will be missed, and your parents are on site, but you have a chance to look at something if you can be quick about it. Those are your 2 options, and you got to decide quickly.
I feel like Harper is too afraid of her mother to think about it from that. Like, she would think about that, she would run that through, but then she would have the big, like, warning, do not do that sort of sign in her head, and she would grab everyone by their shirts and she would just start running.
Yep, to like where you need to meet your teacher.
Yeah, I would
Perfect.
just strong arm everyone into moving.
Yeah, yep, there's an exit door nearby, so you can just go out there and then walk around the school over to where you're supposed to meet your like homeroom teacher, because everyone knows that during fire drills, that's what you do.
Mhm.
Porvy is like holding Evie.
Yeah.
Once Harper notices that people are moving on their own volition, she will let go. But
Mhm.
if people are like dragging their feet and they're not moving, she will continue to hold onto their shirts.
I think Harper lets go of Evie's shirt and like Evie grabs Harper's hand.
Okay.
And hangs on. I think I'm imagining like basically Ollie like kind of pushing forward from from her back, like not pushing and not like, but just kind of like I'm trying to think of the words. What's the word I'm looking for?
Well, I think Porvy is like carrying Evie.
Honestly, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just picks her up,
So-
bottle, and just goes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Just
me
full
and
carry.
Evie are holding hands. Porvy is holding Evie,
I love
and
this.
I'm also holding Ollie's shirt. Like
I'm so sorry for the
She's
snot I'm
back
getting
here.
on your shoulder right now, Pervy. I will apologize later. Not right now, but
Amazing. So you all rush over to your homeroom teacher. She's taking account of all of her kids. You have a
Mhm.
brief moment to like chill and discuss what happened. What, Evie, are you able to calm down now?
I
How you
think so.
feeling?
Yeah, I think so for sure.
By the time you get there?
Yeah, by
Okay.
the time we get there.
All right.
Like knowing that my friends aren't like being murdered and oh, here's a question. Do I see Mango on your person, Pervy?
I think Mango is there. Yes, because
Okay.
Mango would have become smaller because
Yeah.
Porvy was angry at Mango, but when Mango got into the fight, Porvy let him do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if Mango was like still like shoved at the bottom of the backpack or something like that, like she would be freaking out because her worry was my friends are going to have their monsters taken away from them or worse.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what she was so scared of.
I also want to make a note. I feel like now that Harper is like in a moment of like she would take that address book that I think she would have shoved under her arm during the whole like running part.
Mhm.
She would, because she's wearing this button-up shirt with a corduroy like dress on top of that with a belt.
Mhm.
I think she would take this address book, shove it between her layers, and like do the belt up so that it would stay there because she's completely flat-chested. So
Yep.
like,
Mhm. Yeah,
Because
correct.
she's 8. Perfect.
Yes.
she's 8.
Yes.
Correct.
Yep.
Yes.
So it would be fine.
It's like a bulletproof vest.
Literally, she's got a slew of pad in there now.
Now we're playing Delta Green. All right.
So I just
I
wanted
love
that
it.
to be
Yeah,
noted that
yeah.
everyone, all of you have witnessed that she did that
All right.
to hide it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think if we're like outside, we find our tree. We have a tree, you guys, right?
We have a
We
tree.
definitely have a tree,
Aw,
right?
yeah, we
Yes.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, like your homeroom teacher, Miss Peters, she'll allow you all to like chill while the like fire alarm is getting handled and the like
Mhm.
fire department has to come and turn it off, and that takes a good amount of time.
Mhm.
So you're
Mhm.
missing science class. That's what's happening. No volcanoes today. I had that planned. So
I'm sorry.
no, that's not passive aggressive. I think it's hilarious. You all were probably excited about volcanoes, and now you
Oh,
don't get to
yeah.
do volcanoes.
No. Priya is like super excited about volcanoes and is very disappointed about this.
Yeah. So you're over by your tree near where you line up. What are you doing?
Evie,
Evie,
are you okay?
are
I'm
you
so
trying? Why
sorry.
are you
I was
trying,
scared. I
Evie?
was scared. I'm sorry.
Oh
Evie,
gosh,
it's
I'm
okay. It's okay.
Sorry for folks who got motion sick from my camera shaking there.
It's just the realism we strive for.
Mr. Chen could see the monster at the grown-ups can't. Even in a picture or a video or something like that.
Well, Alexis mentioned Coco, and then he asked about the sludge monster, but it's okay. It's okay.
Where's Alexis?
Nurses,
Is
She
Alexis
should be
back
outside,
in the
right?
room? Yeah.
she should be
I
out
look
here,
around.
yeah.
Do we see Alexis anywhere?
No.
Why isn't she outside?
Do we see the nurse?
No.
Guys?
And you know, now that you mention it, there are a couple other students from class who weren't there today.
Was it Jimmy Nichols?
No, Jimmy Nichols was there, but Billy Crisp wasn't.
Oh,
And,
the boy who's
The angry
with
boy.
pizza.
Say that again?
Was he
The
one?
pizza
Was he
boy?
the pizza one?
Yep.
Yep.
Billy Crisp, and then Jenny Whippert, who is friends with Jimmy.
Do we know if Jenny has a monster?
Yeah, both those kids do.
Wait, so they weren't there at all today, or
Yeah.
they're just not in line now?
No, they weren't there at all today.
Well, Harper would bring up some of the stuff that happened in the office. So when we're talking about it, Harper would go. So I wanted to. So when I grabbed the book, I said something to him, and his eyes changed at the same time. So I don't think he's human at all.
If he's a monster, why does he need the monster detector, though?
I don't know, but
Is
That
Mr.
was
Chen
in-
out here?
if he's a
Is Mr.
monster,
Chen
he
out
needs a
here?
kid.
Is Mr. Chen out here, Juicy?
No.
Miss Bitsy?
who?
Because I'm still not talking. I'm still not talking to Mango.
What? What?
Does anybody hunt you?
Ah.
Like lions hunt rabbits?
Oh. No.
Are you sure?
No.
I think you might be a rabbit.
No. I'm Miss Bitsy. Did you see my new hat? Ha!
It's a nice hat.
I think that used
Okay.
to be in someone's mouth.
Okay, wait,
Gross.
guys, I think it's been a real hot day. We should meet up after school and look at the book. And I point at Harper's stomach.
Do we have
And
enough
then-
time? What if they're dead?
We don't know anything yet, okay? And like they say
That's
in the
not to make
movies,
any assumptions.
no body means it doesn't mean they're dead. You need to
That
see
is
a
true.
body on screen.
Mhm. If there's no body, then they could come back in another episode.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm so confused again.
Just we don't know anything right now, okay? And look, we got you guys away, and we're all together, and that's what's important. We got the book, and
Yeah.
we should all meet up after school though if we can. But
Can we... Nobody go off alone. Or... I think we need all four of us together when we're at school. I don't think we should... No splitting up.
I agree. I think we
Can
should stay together. Or
someone roll brains plus notice?
Harper.
Not
Harper.
me.
Only one of us, or can we roll?
One of you.
Okay.
3 sevens.
Oh yeah.
Harper, you notice, Miss
Or
Peters.
4 ones.
What?
Or
Four
4
ones.
ones.
Either way, it work.
It worked.
It
You
worked.
notice Miss Peters is off to the side chatting with Miss Stokes, the art teacher. And both of them they look worried.
I am going to just put a hand up to the rest of the group and say, I'll be right back.
we
No.
just said don't go off alone.
Oh!
You can watch me. I'm not going to walk too far away. Just watch me.
Are you gonna tell them? Are you gonna tell them that Alexis was in the nurse's office?
I'm not going to tell anyone anything. I'm just getting a little bit closer.
We can't tell the adults anything else anymore.
No. So what Harper's going to do is she's going to sort of like look as if she's like walking up to other groups of kids that are
Mhm.
just closer to where the teachers are, so
Yeah.
that she can try and overhear what they're talking about.
Give me a connive roll to eavesdrop.
Mhm. 2 ones.
That's enough to get something.
I'm just not close enough to quite hear everything.
And they're like kind of leaning into each other, like with hushed tones, looking really worried. And you hear them talking about Billy Crisp and Jenny Whippert. And did you hear what happened? They had to go to the hospital. And that's all you can get before they realize you're trying to listen. Ms. White.
Yeah.
Ms. White. It's not good to eavesdrop. Oh! And it looks like we can go into the building.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'll walk back to the group.
Yeah, and like
I'll
for
tell
once,
them-
Miss Peters' normally like very pleasant face is slightly cracked.
Okay.
She's
So I would go back to everyone and I would say, okay, so what's his face? Not Jimmy Nichols, the other guy. The guy with the pizza and the other person that was friends with Jimmy, they apparently are in the hospital. Don't know why, but that's what they said.
What?
We need to get into the nurse's office.
I think so.
Oh,
How do
It-
we do that?
okay, you guys.
Ollie like kind of like starts wringing his hands.
What's wrong?
I know that I'm like the newest to this monster stuff. And this has been really fun and wacky and all that kind of stuff. But I didn't think any of us would actually get hurt, and now there's kids who got hurt.
That's not the monster's fault.
I'm just
could
saying,
be
like,
just Mr.
all
Chen.
of this. I'm saying that I feel like I don't know if we should be doing this.
And with
Who else is
that,
gonna do
we'll
something?
take a quick break.
Ding.
Yeah.
Hello, we're back. Oh boy, Gleiben. So that's a mood shift. Let's talk about Whiplash, baby. I'm in a mood. I'm in a whole mood. It's been a week. But we left off with some slightly, if not seriously, unsettling news about some of your classmates. The fire alarm has ended, and you're heading back into class. And it looks like it might be time for introducing your parents to your fellow students.
Is
So,
Alexis back?
no. Alexis is not back.
Is Alexis's parent here?
Do you know
Harper
what
has
Yes,
definitely met
Harper.
Alexis's mom.
Harper
Yeah.
would know what Alexis's
feel like
parents
she'd be-
look like.
I feel like she'd be just as insufferable as her daughter.
Give me a
in
brains
an
plus
MLM.
notice.
She's in an MLM. You know it.
Yes, she's a yoga mom. She's like
Leopard print, big hair, hoop
uh
earrings.
3 3s.
All right. Oh God, you're just rolling rocks tonight. What I'm gonna
Yeah.
say is, as you're going back into the building, there is a very upset-looking Alexis's mother. Let's call her Deborah.
Yes, that
Deborah
makes sense.
Janelle is upset. There is a massive cell phone against her ear, nestled into her enormous, let's say, black ringlets, leopard print, like tight bodysuit. She looks like she's on the like in tears, running to her vehicle.
Okay, I was gonna dunk on her for wearing a bodysuit to an elementary school, like
She's
show
an
and
aerobics
tell,
teacher.
but also now I feel bad for her. So
I've put
So-
her mother's name in her profile thing.
Thank you, because I never was going to, and that's an
Yeah,
important.
I also
one to
did name
remember.
her dad apparently at one point.
Oh, you did. What?
Yes.
What is the dad?
Alexis Janelle's dad's name is Randall.
Deborah and Randall Janelle. Perfect. I love this. I love this game. I love my players. I really seriously love playing this with you guys. But that is what you see. So something is awry when it comes to Alexis. What happened? Who knows right now? But apparently she's probably not here. So all of you have a parent and or guardian who has come in. So we have Evie's dad, Harper's mom, Porphy's uncle, and I believe your dad, Ollie. Yes.
Maybe Ollie hasn't seen any either of his parents here, so he's like, I forgot to tell them they're not going to show up. If they show up, I'm in big trouble.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which
no.
one? Which one do we have? I think you mentioned your dad before, but it could be your mom.
I think I'll say it was the mom.
Okay.
I think Jenny is there.
Jenny. What is your last name?
Sanchez.
Sanchez. I couldn't remember. And is Jenny's last name also Sanchez?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Awesome. So, Miss Peters is introducing all of you students to each other's parents. She goes down the line, and then she calls up one student, and then the next, and then the next, and there are a couple absences now. But then let's say it comes to Porvy. And Miss Peters goes, Porvy, please. Come up and bring your guardian and introduce him. What is his
Uh,
name?
Hi everybody, this is my Mosaji. That means mother's sister's husband. But
Oh.
yeah, you can probably just call him. I don't, Mosaji. What do you want to do? Mr. Gupta?
Mr. Gupta's Mr. Gupta. What accent was that? I don't even know. Mr. Gupta's fine.
Yeah, yeah. Ta-da!
And what does he do, Porvy?
Something
Well?
with computers.
Yes, I am a computer engineer. I work for Philco, and I help manage their networks. Do you,
Yeah, something with computers.
Yes, I've worked with them for a few years, and I help manage information and cybersecurity for the company.
I don't really know what cybersecurity is, but I sounds like he's really smart.
Yep. And he sort of goes on for a little bit, and then he just indicates he's done with like an awkward smile and wave, like I don't know what to do now from out of him. And then Ms. Peters just goes, "Well, thank you. Please have a seat. Ollie, come. And who did you bring to class today?"
I look over at my mom, and she is wearing kind of like blue, like almost like scrubs. And then he kind of goes, This is my mom. She's a PT, which stands for," and he like looks at her to like help him finish,
Physical therapist?
physical therapist.
Yes. Yes. Hi, class. I am Jenny Sanchez. Yes, I'm a physical therapist. I help people recover from injuries or sort of strains that they have. Yes. Ollie, do you think there's anything the class would like to know?
Um, the yeah, what you have to she gives good massages. Maybe talk about that.
And she just laughs. And she just like pats you on the back. Yes, that is true. That is part of physical therapy. Also stretching and exercising and making sure that people maintain good form, in order to help them, heal like deep tissue wounds, and often car accidents is something that they need to recover from. That's a frequent kind of patient illness that I help. And then that, of course, she'll sort of wrap up and go down. Harper, please bring your mom.
Okay. Hand on head. I feel like Harper would know the name of the position her mom has. Is her mom like a lawyer for Philco, or is she like?
She's a lawyer for Philco. She works in the legal
That's what I
department
figured.
as like an executive manager, and handles a lot of compliance issues, but also defense of the organization.
Okay. So Harper would go up to the front and say, "This is my mother. You can call her Mrs. White. And she works in the law department of Philco. Her job is really important, and she could kick all of your asses."
Harper, such language. Come now. Hello, class. Yes, I am a lawyer. I am bar certified in several countries, and I am an executive level lawyer for Philco. I have a huge hand in a great deal of their activities. And I'm just pleased as pie to be here to talk to you today. Is there anything, class, that you'd like to know? Harper, is there anything you think that I should tell the class? Oh, yes, you there. What is your name?
Evelyn. I look at my dad. Evelyn. How many schools do you have to go to get certified in several countries?
Oh, well, I do have a doctorate in law that I went to after getting my master's, and then, of course, there was pre-law, in my bachelor's degree. But then you take a bar exam in several countries, and then you can get several additional certifications. I'm also fluent in 5 languages.
Oh, so you just took the same test 5 times.
No, they're different tests. Actually, and then I took the bar exam, which is a different test in about 25 different states. I can practice law in half of the country as well.
Me,
My mom's
Rosie,
super
being
cool.
like, that's not normal.
Yes, you.
Do you know my dad? Because apparently you work at the same. My uncle. Because apparently you work at the same company.
I'm not familiar with Mr. Gupta. It's a big company, you understand. So, we have thousands of employees at Philco. I believe almost everyone in the city works for the company. It's
Well,
actually a rare
maybe
occurrence for most people
Get
to
to know
know.
people more.
I'll do my best.
I feel like Harper, she's afraid of her mother, but she's also really proud because her mother is like this example for her of someone who's incredibly successful and really intelligent.
Mhm.
And Harper simultaneously desires to be like her mother while simultaneously being like, my mother can never know anything about me.
Oh, you're gonna be a menace as a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yes, and if that's all, there's sort of an awkward pause while she waits for Miss Peters to allow her to go. And then Miss Peters is like, yes. And then you can sit down. Evelyn, who did you bring to class today?
Above table, guys, did I ever say what subject my dad teaches?
Ooh, I don't know.
History?
It was either
We're gonna go with that because I
Sure.
don't remember if I ever said. And I've been desperately thinking for the last like 15 minutes. What subject does my dad teach? Oh no, I make too many of my characters' parents college professors. Oh no. So we're gonna go with that.
and this is?
This is Dr. John Bartles. He teaches he specializes in Revolutionary era American history.
Yes, specifically in the late 1800s. Yes. Or sorry, 1700s. Yes, I teach over at the local university. I also do a lot of research. I have a public-private partnership that I work on with Philco as well. And almost everyone in town has some sort of connection to the company, as I'm sure you're all aware. Yes, and I do lots of research in the Revolutionary period, and I also try to make the work I do as current as humanly possible to make it relevant to students like you. y- yes, Porvy, right?
You should also make friends with my uncle so that Evelyn and I can hang out after school.
Oh, well, that is not a problem. We're neighbors.
Cool.
Any other questions?
He'll like sometimes make stuff so that the same as what they used to have, and like just for fun.
Yes. Yes, historical reconstructions. Yeah, Ollie, was it?
Is it true that we're doomed to repeat history?
If you don't learn it, always study your history, kids. Harper?
What was the most recent diorama you made?
Diorama. I haven't done a diorama in some time, actually, but I think the most recent, if I think back, was probably of the coronation of Napoleon Bonaparte, a recreation of the great portrait. Or do you know, Harper, that big painting? Yes?
Yeah.
Yes, I made it. A very small version with little cardboard cutouts. Yes.
Was that part of the Revolutionary War?
No, but it is an extension of the period, and that was before I became a professor.
I need you to know the internal narrative of Harper right now. She's like sparkling because she's like, that sounds really cool.
I'm so excited to see so many students excited about history. This excitement about excitement. Any other questions? Well, thank you. And then he'll just sort of dismiss himself and not wait for Miss Peters, leaving Evie there. What do you do?
I'll like shuffle over to my seat.
Okay. Well,
Just as I'm walking past, I'm gonna admit a little bit of trouble making here. Not really. I do have those prismatic peepers that can help see hidden things and have
Yeah.
the sharing. Can I, like, as I'm walking past, like this, like look at the parents, just glance at the parents' purses and stuff?
sure.
Just
Go
like
for
look
it.
at them as I'm going past.
Yeah, roll it.
Great.
And what are you looking at?
I'm just trying to see if any of them like are carrying around stuff that like Evie does not realize the implications of this because she's like, this is sus. Everybody's connected to all this. Like, I didn't realize that we were basically a company town. Rosie, out of character, is like, are we like an experiment? Are we like cordoned off from the world? Like, what the fuck is going on here? What's going on here? But yeah, she's just like looking for clues basically. Lord knows what these moms have in their purses, but she doesn't think that way. She's like, I think looking at Harper's mom in particular, who she will now insist on calling Dr. White, she gets vibes. 2 7s. Yes, no other matches. Okay.
Yeah, so you got a success. So you can like sort of scan with the prismatic peepers. What does it look like? What do your eyes do when the prismatic peepers happen?
Oh, like multicolored sparkly anime eyes.
So in front of everybody?
Well, you know, they don't like literally grow, but they definitely like turn like Photoshop RGB wheel. You know,
Okay,
color picker
so
wheel.
Mary Sue eyes. Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah, your perfect Mary Sue eyes. The special eyes. They see like in Harper's mom's bag,
Mhm.
you see a laptop, a cell phone, like an organizer, a bunch of like dossiers in like manila folders. In probably Porvy's uncle's bag is like I'm imagining like a rough pile of papers and like pens.
I'm good with that.
And like a
Yeah.
calculator.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think I was
sure.
like expecting to see like another monster detector or something, and I really zone in on that TI-85 for a second before I realized that it's just a calculator.
Yeah.
I think he probably has a laptop too, and like a Palm Pilot, and
Yeah,
like,
yeah, just too
stuff.
many devices.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For sure.
And then the only unusual thing you see is Harper's mom's like assistant in the back of the room. Her bag is like obsessively organized. Just perfect. And an almost copy of Harper's mother's bag. But like it's just like manila folder, manila folder, manila folder, laptop.
Well, I know that lawyers have to go through a lot of papers. They have a lot of boxes of papers. I don't think Evie would think that was weird.
Yeah.
Honestly. Okay, she's gonna have a seat.
Mm-hmm. All right. And with that, you come to the end of day. You go through everyone's parents. And class and the day is dismissed. And Harper's mom, Harper, why don't you have all your friends come over for dinner? Your dad and I are home for a few days. We wanted to make sure things were fine after the incident.
Okay. You'll have to convince Evelyn's parents, though.
Oh, Evelyn, could I have a word with your father?
You don't need my permission.
And she'll go over and talk, and she will get the permission. Have no doubt. She's a force to be reckoned with.
While my mother was doing that, I would go and speak to Harvey and Ollie and say, my mother says that she wants all of you to come over for dinner.
What's she making?
I don't think she's making anything. She doesn't really cook.
Oh, pizza?
No, our housekeeper will probably make something. Do you not have a housekeeper?
You've been to my house, Harper.
Harper, I was
Yeah,
at your house. I was telling you how crazy nuts your place is.
I just thought that like your housekeeper just wasn't there, and she was like off for the day.
Okay.
I really like you.
Guys, I'm freaking out a little bit.
Yeah. Does your mom work at the hospital?
I mean, like, I don't know, not really. Like, she just like she gets like patients from the
I turned to
company.
Pervy. Can your uncle hack into the hospital?
I don't know. I've never asked him.
Maybe we should sue the hospital.
I don't know, you guys. This just felt so much bigger. I just thought it was like Mr. Chen. I'm like, that's our one of our assistant principal. We could take it down. But now everyone's saying to work at Philco, and then there's kids in the hospital. I don't know if this is something that we can do.
Does your mom doesn't work at Philco?
Yeah.
She might be the only person we can trust.
Well, kids, that's all settled. Do you want to just come home with me?
Are you guys
Ollie
okay?
looks at
Dad,
his
when are you
mom.
gonna pick me up? What time?
Aren't they just next door?
What time do you want me home?
Oh. 8:30? Just get your homework done.
Okay. Thank you.
Nanai.
And Ollie calls for his mom.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I could go over Fred's.
Yes, of
after the-
course.
Okay. Well, do you want me to walk home, or are you gonna pick me up? Or is Michael gonna pick me up?
Isn't that the lady from the nice house, like across the street?
I know, Mom. Do you want me to take anything?
No. Don't take anything.
Okay,
Ollie.
I was just
No.
asking. I was just
No,
you and Dad
I'm
make
just-
jokes sometime, like, oh, look at that nice house. Wouldn't it be so nice to have?
I gotta watch what I say around. Okay. No, just if you want one of us
take
to come get you,
something.
you can
Okay.
call. No, take nothing. Take nothing.
Okay.
If you want one of us to come and pick you up, we can do that. But it's also close enough. Just come home when it's time.
Okay, I can walk home. Mom, and
Yes.
grabs her face. Do you don't work for Philco, right? Or do you are any of your patients like someone who is important and works at Philco?
Oh, I mean, I frequently work with their employees when they need PT, but that's it.
Okay, but you're not on their payroll,
No,
right?
your dad is though.
Son of a gun. Okay, all
What?
right. I love you.
That's why we moved here.
Dang it, that's right. Wrote that in my backstory.
Ah, gotcha.
Got
Um,
me.
Got him.
No escape.
Oh gosh.
No escape.
mhm. I was waiting for you to ask that. All right, so y'all hop into Harper's mom's massive SUV. I'm
We're
imagining it's
taking
just
a
like giant black
car?
SUV.
Instead of walking.
Yes. Yeah, I'm picturing my mom's car is like whatever the top of the line luxury family vehicle is at the time.
Oh, it's like it's an Escalade. It's beyond that. It is like the top of line Escalade, blackout
Yeah.
with like,
Like-
but silver rims.
It's the 2000s, and there are TVs in this car.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Here's the thing, because like the car when I was like a 4th grader was a Hummer, I would immediately imagined a white.
No, this
Hummer.
woman has taste.
Remember, I lived South
This
Dakota.
woman has
It
taste.
was taste.
This
here.
woman has taste. I feel
Anyway.
like Mrs. White would have an all-white vehicle.
Oh, it's all white. It's not
Mm.
black. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that makes sense with the house. Yeah.
Yeah, because she's the one who's like making all the design choices in their family's
Oh.
life.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I'm struggling so much because Rosie has a bad gut feeling about this. Evie would.
Which
Because
part?
Evie's just really excited she got permission to hang out with a friend.
Harper's really excited that she like that everyone's going to be at her house and no one's like sneaking there.
Harper, I'm just so happy that you have friends.
Me too.
Seriously, this is good for you.
Of course Harper has friends.
Exactly.
Why wouldn't she?
I don't know, but I'm glad they're
She's
there now.
She's really smart, and she's really strong, and she thinks really good, and why
She
wouldn't
knows
have friends?
so many like adult things.
Harper's mom is just going to like
what to do if there's cops and stuff.
yeah, Mrs. White just kind of pauses and just smiles. Just a slim smile. It just touches her mouth.
I
and she's just
I know like book stuff. I know like book stuff. I know like science stuff. I don't know that stuff. Harper's like real world smart.
It's because I watch Criminal Minds.
I usually let Harper tell me how to talk to adults.
And then her assistant skitters up and is like, Janice, don't forget that you have that 5 p.m. meeting on the phone with France. Ah, yes. Thanks. Let's
Wait,
go,
you
kids.
have a meeting with the entire country of France?
Oh, is it just the prime minister?
No, honey. No. It's a work thing. It's fine.
How
It's
much
just-
money do you make?
Does Philco own the entire country of France?
Are you defending the company from France?
What
You
does
said
your
you defend
salary
them.
look like?
No.
You're going
Yes.
to war with France?
No.
Oh my god.
All right, kids, into the car. Let's go.
We're already in there.
Good.
I was kind of imagining I'm like in the passenger seat, everyone's in the back.
The assistant is in the back with the kids.
Mhm.
Yes.
For
Perfect.
sure. For
Oh,
sure.
Harper, do you think you'd like a sleepover? It is Friday.
My dad
If
said I have to
everyone-
be home at 8:30.
Well, I can
If
call him.
people's parents are fine with it, then I'd like that.
Well,
Yeah,
let's
I
see.
ask my parents too if I can.
All right. Well, we'll play it by ear. Let's go. And then she'll drive back to the cul-de-sac. And then of course there's like an automatic garage opener. She just like parks in, closes it behind her. All right, kids, hop out.
Why doesn't
I
your
also
garage smell
imagine-
like a garage?
I also imagine that our garage is one of those ones that actually technically is underground because it's big, and I imagine there's like 4 cars in it.
Well, yeah, you have to have the summer drives. The his and
Yeah.
hers summer drives. Yeah,
Exactly, and
Yes.
exactly.
of course. All
Can we go
your
up to
dad's 2
Harper's
vehicles
room?
though are slightly smaller and a little less expensive.
Yeah.
Can we go up to Harper's room?
Have at it.
Please say hi to France for me.
You know what,
Oh, the Prime
sweetheart?
Minister,
You
hello.
betcha.
We have a prime minister, not a president.
Harper would start exiting the carriage.
Harper, any requests for dinner? I'll talk to the maid.
McDonald's.
She looks
McDonald's.
to you guys. She looks to you guys and
Pizza
says, "Is
Hut.
there anything you would like to eat?"
McDonald's.
Pizza Hut.
McDonald's.
Okay. She turns to her mother and says, "McDonald's and Pizza Hut."
The confusion on this woman's face barely touches her soul before it leaves her body. Understood. Go have fun.
Thanks, Mom.
We go
There's
up
like
the
this
stairs,
like
Oh,
kids do
Harper,
with
say
all
hello to your
fours.
father.
Yeah. As we go in, I will quickly nod and say, "Hello, Dad," and we will
Hello.
keep walking.
And then
there's
you-
like a live-in chef in this house, and we were just like, we want fast food.
That's such a kid
Also,
thing, though.
I also imagine that Harper actually rarely has fast food,
Mhm.
like very rarely. It's not
Mhm.
something she asks for.
Yeah.
So this is like especially odd.
Yes. All right. So
As
yeah.
soon as we're upstairs, I'm like, show me the book.
Harper will like take the book out of her like clothes and hand it to Evie.
I am riffling through this thing.
I love it. So you're looking for stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You have basically all the time in the world. So
Mhm.
let's talk about the notes I've had for a while. So it's a standard calendar book, and the dates go up to Monday. Well, they're planned out a little past, but they're like crossed out until Monday. And Mr. Chen is incredibly organized. He has very tidy but cramped handwriting, and it just sort of stops being updated, basically until the day that you found his body. There are several dates listed with evening appointments with HM. Some have additional brief notes that say like date night, dinner at 8, dinner and movie ? At some point, you get this hyper regular penmanship that looks almost like a machine. That just sort of fills in the space, but the dates stop being lined out. Can you give me a brains plus notice roll?
Juicy.
Yes.
Is there any chance it could be outthink?
Actually, this is more of a remember. Yeah.
Okay, I am better at remember than notice, so I'll take
Yeah, I actually should have written remember before.
Is it just Evie that's doing this roll?
Anyone can.
Okay. Do you want me to use the notice one I already rolled, or do you want me to re-roll with remember?
Remember. Reroll with remember.
Two tens.
Can
Two nines.
Toby play with the cube?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll
If-
take it out of my backpack and give it to you.
2 5s and 3 3s for Ollie.
All right. So who got successes? Okay, cool. So the three of you. I'm gonna say Harper because you're more aware of Philco goings on with who your mother is, and she works directly for Harvey Marblehead, the CEO.
Got it.
It's Mr. Chen.
Specifically, the meetings with HM, is there any that are like right before the Tuesday?
Those go up, right up, sort of until that, sort of sporadically. Those are the date nights,
Interesting.
and
So
there
he's
is one the
dating
day
Harvey.
before.
So he's going on
Yeah.
dates with Harvey.
Yes. And there's
Interesting.
one the day before you find Mr. Chen.
When
Interesting.
did the date nights start? Or are they just like consistent throughout the school year that this calendar covers?
Oh, that calendar starts before the school year. It's sort of his personal calendar.
Okay.
So I would say before the calendar started, the date nights were going on.
Okay. So
Okay.
it's just like from
And
January.
they
on, got
stopped
it.
as of the Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They stopped. Okay.
I am so here for this high-powered CEO to be dating this dorky vice principal of an elementary
It's
school.
pretty good. It's pretty damn good. Dinner and a movie, and like, couldn't you have bought him some better
Whining and
suits?
dining.
Anyway, Evie's not that mean. Okay. Question.
Yeah.
Is there contact info? Like, and in case this is found, my whole life is in this schedule book. Please.
I mean, it does say, like, please return to, like, Harvey. I don't have a first name for Mr. Chen.
Can it be Reginald?
No, that David Chen.
David Chen.
Yeah, I was
Got
thinking
it.
Yeah.
more of like a name like that.
Yeah, I've known far
he feels like a
more men of Chinese origin with the name David than Reginald.
Well, it's because I know a Regina Chen.
Ah,
was
that's
like-
funny.
So it does have like his contact info in there. Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna make note David.
Is
Chen,
there
so
is there any other like addresses or phone numbers that stand out?
Are there any passwords in there as you guys are looking?
Yeah, like
Good
computer or phone passwords,
question.
perhaps.
Were there any like appointments like further on after he disappeared that weren't crossed out? I'm sorry, we're like bombarding you
I
with
know.
Yeah, no,
questions.
it's
I
fine.
mean-
So yeah,
Tell us
there were
everything.
dates
Let's
planned, but
answer.
none that were crossed out. There was
Okay.
just one that was the night before you find him.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. When was the next one after that?
There were like a couple in the next
Only
couple
been,
of
like,
weeks.
2 days. It's only been like 2 days, so that's
Yeah, there were a couple in the next like couple of weeks in that same like crabbed but neat scrawl. And then there are no more after that in like the altered handwriting.
Okay. So
Whoa.
no phone numbers, no addresses.
In this book, I didn't have any planned, but I would say, yeah, I would say he'll like have his own personal contact info maybe, if found like you asked for, which is just like his personal address, which you could have found anyways, and his phone number, which you could have found anyways. And actually, yeah, there's a
Man,
phone
write
number.
down his Facebook password. No, phone number. Okay.
What's the phone number?
555 number.
Digit.
Is the area
X,
code
X,
local?
X.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a local
It's a
number,
local area code. Okay.
and it's
Or is it
HM.
Is it Harvey's number?
We
Yeah.
have Mr. Marblehead's number.
We have Mr. Marble's phone number.
Personal
Are we gonna
number.
call him? Are we
Not
gonna
his
call him?
office number.
Ooh.
Guys, do we call him?
Is it
Wait,
his
wait,
phone
wait,
number?
wait.
I think we
Wait.
should wait.
Evie, can you have Miss Bitsy look at the calendar in case there's any, like, invisible ink or anything weird?
Good idea. Good idea.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, I would love to. I think you see Miss Bitsy fly in, and also Harper blink her eyes, and the rainbowy stuff goes on, and they're both just like, you know that SpongeBob gif of them, like the eyes just extending and rubbing all
Like
over
searchlights.
the page. It's not literal, but that is the energy that is happening here.
Okay. Yeah, so you're gonna scan it, and no
Mhm.
secret like ink or anything.
Okay, cool.
What you see on the box is what's inside the box.
Cool. Just real quick, grab the monster detector out of her hair, just in case. Do a quick scan with that. No, it's clean.
Yeah, it's
Um,
clean.
Can I mess with the box?
Oh God, the box.
The
All right.
box!
Yeah, let me make a couple notes here. Talk amongst yourselves, and then yes.
Okay.
I really want
I-
to get Evie's little grubby paws on that box because she's good at shop, and I have not been able to make a shop check on it yet.
Yeah. I think
Ugh.
Harper's not holding it anymore. I think Porvy's the one holding it right now.
But I will let Purvy check it out. And
All
play with it
right.
first.
So, what did you want to do with the cube?
She's just kind of restlessly like playing with it. Like she takes her nail and like rubs it around like some of the indentations, or like gets like a paper clip and undoes it and
Yep.
kind of like rubs it around. She like rattles it a little bit. She like rubs it against things. She kind of like twists it, like she's seen people do with like a Rubik's cube. She's like very, very fidgety.
I have such sights to show you.
I'm sorry, that's all I can think of right now. The way you're like describing your movements.
Yeah.
Uh,
I have a thought.
I have several.
Okay.
Do you want to know their names? Just kidding. Anyways, go on.
I have two thoughts, one of which is a little bit violent. One,
Mm-hmm.
with understanding how smart Harper is, keeping that in mind.
Yep.
Do you think I would think that breaking this or trying to break this would be a bad idea?
You're an 8-year-old? No. I don't think that. I think you'd think break it to figure out how it works. That's how I was as an 8-year-old with computers, much
Yeah.
to my parents' chagrin, let me tell you. And I was a smart child.
So now
I
Harper's
also
going to
have
think
a
about
thought.
this from the perspective of how do I destroy this thing?
Mhm.
I think she would like maybe voice that to Evie because Evie's got her shop skill and say,
Mhm.
I think it might not be a bad idea to try and break it open to get what's inside it.
Okay.
Well,
we
here's
don't
one question I
know that
have.
there's something inside it yet. We don't know that for sure.
Has Harry
So do you think it's the
Potter
cube
already been
itself that's
released?
being the repelling thing?
Right, what were you saying, Zoop?
Is Harry Potter already been released?
Yeah,
Yes.
that
Sadly.
came out
Okay.
late 90s, yeah.
So at the 4th book, he drops the egg into the tub.
Into the bath.
Into the
prefect's
water.
bath.
And I think as they are
Fred and George gave
all
him the password, yeah.
they are all like poring over this book,
Mhm.
Porvy like wanders over to like the sink, fills it up, and drops it in.
And it like thunk. Bloop.
Is it still glowing?
Would Porvy know where the bathroom is?
I assume
You have
there
an
was a bathroom
ensuite.
attached
You
to
have an
your-
ensuite, Harper.
Yeah, there's
That's
no way you
true.
don't. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way I don't.
Yeah, there's like a
Oh.
child's ensuite that they will renovate when she's old enough.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For sure.
So do I get to make a shop roll for playing with this thing in all the different ways?
Well, so first you dunk it in the sink. I want to go through this, and it like plunks into the water with like a bloop. And then you wait. Nothing. Okay. So
Question, do any bubbles come out of it?
no,
As if there was air in there. Okay.
no, because
It's
it's a
solid.
very tight seam.
Solid. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, you don't know it's solid. You just know the seam is tight.
Yeah, I meant like it's
Oh, okay. Yeah. Airtight. Okay. So, yeah. So give me, you're trying to force the seam open. So I'm imagining you
I've
like,
tried. I mean, I think she's tried a bunch of things because I think one of the things that they have at her house are like those puzzle things.
yeah.
So like she's not smart about a lot of stuff, but she's good with her hands, and like she's played with those puzzles a lot in like various ways of like twisting
right.
them and turning them.
I wrote something for this. How's your outthink?
Oh, my outthink is crap.
Well, that's
But
what
my
that would
shop is
take.
good.
Your what?
If you
My shop
if you
is
mention
good.
it, if you mention it verbally, me or
What's
Evie
your
could help you.
outthink, Harper? What's your total? Because I roll 8 for outthink.
I
So,
also roll eight.
I have an alternative written for shop. So you can try
Okay,
shop.
y-
Shop is
yes.
good. Like trying to like puzzle it, that's outthink. Trying to like use tools and
yeah,
stuff to crack it,
y-
that's
Yeah,
shop.
she's like everything she does is more by touch than
Yeah.
outthinking.
I love the narration of you unfolding the paperclip because I would have done the exact same thing to this day.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. So
Oh no, it hates me.
what'd you
I
roll?
did not do a good job. I got a 7, 6, a 5, a 4, a 3, and a 2. Does the fact that it is a straight count? for
Wow.
something?
In a different game, yes. In this game, sadly, eh. So I'm imagining you trying all the things you can think of, and you go through iteration after iteration after iteration of very goofy attempts to try to get this, and you're just trying to put round pegs into square holes, and it's really funny. It gets you nowhere.
I think this is all happening while we're looking over the appointment book.
And what
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is.
And if you want to bring us into it, you got to interrupt us.
And
Oh, I'm gonna wait for you guys to finish.
Yeah, and what I think
she's
is,
gone
like,
the whole time.
the three of them are just poring over this book and getting all this information, and they're deeply engrossed, and you're in the background just making a mess.
In the background, going nuts, like
Yep.
throwing it against things, like picking at it with things.
Yep.
I
Absolutely.
found some paint that I'm like painting it and like putting like.
Does Harper have
sponge-
a rock tumbling
sponge
machine?
Painting.
I'm sure she could have someone procure one within an hour or two.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
no, I'm just saying because like I know they make some like kid-sized ones, and I was like, do we
Just
just put it in a
remember
rock
that's
tumbling
wrong.
machine?
But I can pretty
it-
much guarantee you that anything that Harper does not have, she could get someone to bring within a couple hours.
Yeah, that
But yeah,
makes
I just
sense.
thought that would be the funniest
But
thing
it's
to
just
catch
like
her doing.
I love the visual of the three of them just like hunched over the thing, and Purvi in the background. It's just
It's
like
like
very
chaos.
anime. Like you see her just
Water
going
is like
crazy.
dripping onto the floor from the sink. She's like,
Just the chaos escalates. And that is when
Um.
you're just like collapsed on the floor with the cube in your hand, breathing heavy, a mess around you, and those three look up, satisfied with themselves, and see the nonsense.
Yeah.
So,
Purvi's actually in tears a little bit because she thought this was the one thing that she could do to be helpful.
I feel like Harper would go over to Porvi, and she would like awkwardly try and hug her. Because Harper's not a very physical human being when it she didn't grow up being touched. So she's like, I know you're supposed to hug someone in this circumstance, but I'm bad at hugs, so I try to hug you.
Let's all sit down on the circular rug here.
My therapist said you have to take deep breaths.
I think because we have a phone number of a like important guy. And also I might want to smash the cube. I glance nervously at Miss Mitzi.
I mean, I tried
But
throwing it at a wall.
Ollie's right. We should
There's a
make sure
dent.
that we want to keep going after this because other kids are in the hospital.
I feel like while Harper is like awkwardly holding Porvi, she's not letting go. Because she probably won't let go until Porvi like wants her to let go. She would turn to Ollie and say, "If you're feeling nervous, then we can just hang out, and you don't have to get involved with this if you don't want to. We can just be friends."
I mean, like, yeah, I still want to be friends, but I just know that this stuff, it seems really dangerous, and even if, you guys hang out with me, it'll still stress me out and make me scared that you guys are doing something. And, like,
I think they
If-
replaced Mr. Chen with a robot.
right. And then guess what? My dad also works at Philco. So what if they just are just replacing everyone who works in the company with robots or something? Like,
Well, but that's even more if they're hurting people, we have to fix it.
It's what Derek Morgan and Penelope Garcia would do.
I don't know who they are, but they're probably right.
Ollie, I'm increasing tension. Can you roll to freak out?
yeah. Courage, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You succeed. You keep
Three,
it
yeah.
together.
I just
Ollie, I
I-
don't think they're gonna come for our parents. I'm scared they're gonna come for us, and our parents
What?
can't do anything because they work for the company, and if they got caught doing anything, then they're gonna get fired. And if we're gonna go to the hospital anyway, if we don't do anything, I think we should do something.
And we wouldn't be sent to prison because we're too young.
Okay. I just wonder if we can't ask for help. And I mean, like, if this affects everyone's parents, don't you think that other kids with monsters should know?
You
I
can
just,
trust my aunt.
yeah, or like if we have anyone else that we know doesn't work at the company. I just,
Juicy, do we know how many other kids in our class that are still attending school and not in the hospital have monsters?
It's a fair number. Probably a third to half, but you're not sure with everyone?
I feel like Harper would be right now feeling kind of like we can't trust everyone. Like, I think she would vocalize that as well, being like, I think I trust that everyone in this room doesn't have anything to do with it. And
Well-
I don't trust that anyone not in this room doesn't have something to do with it.
I mean, all I know is that my aunt says it's really important to be good and to protect people and to not do bad things and to stand up for what's good.
What would Beetleman do?
I mean,
Beetleman would save everyone.
Beetleman
Beetleman would save everyone.
but we're not Beetleman. And I
That's
think
right,
that's
we're
something I'm realizing.
I'm gonna
So we
be
can try to
Beetleman
be.
when I grow up.
I mean, you're already a superhero for me, so I don't know. But I don't know, guys. Sorry. I'm just.
No,
It was
don't be
overwhelming.
sorry.
And
Being
then
scared
I
is...
feel like I made you cry, Evie, because I was freaking out. I just was on to
I was
pull a
freaking
fire
out
alarm.
too.
I know, but it was because of what I wanted to do. And then we had to go show off our parents. And then we found out we were kids in the hospital. And then everyone's in this conspiracy. And
What if?
I don't know. I just
Ollie,
want
isn't
chicken
this gonna be
nuggets.
a cool story to tell someday?
Yes.
If we survive it.
What if we do this, but if we start feeling like it's actually going to like hurt us or people we care about, we stop.
Let's
And
write
that's when we
wills.
Ollie's crying.
Ollie's
Corby
tension
is
just
going to
increased a little bit.
is gonna kneel down next to Ollie and put her forehead to Ollie's forehead. Because
Snot bubbles. Just
Kirby's
glasses
gotten
are
so much
falling
snot
off
on
his
her
face.
today. So much snot.
And she's like, Ollie, I won't let anything happen to you.
I know, but I don't want anything to happen to you. Because I don't think I'm strong enough to protect any of you.
Harper's gonna
My
stand
monster
up.
barely listens to me. And I'm not as smart as you guys. I'm not as strong. And
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Ollie, you're very smart.
Harper's gonna stand up as Ollie's like starting to go on this tangent of like not being able to protect others, and she's gonna go up to him, and she's gonna like look him in the eyes and say, "You don't need to protect me. I'm strong, so I'll protect you."
Ollie, we wouldn't have been able to, like... You remember when we got the scanner? And we wouldn't have been able to do that without you. And, like, yeah, like, Pervy can probably kill a man with a trash can at this point, but...
No, she can't. And then Harper
But
would do
that's-
her Harper
that's-
thing and cover up the crime, and
Harper's-
she'd get away.
Harper,
with
how
it.
many law degrees do you have already?
I just had a funny idea. I'm saying like I have an honorary degree.
I would call you on
No,
that bullshit, but I love it.
Legit, over in the corner is a point, like a printed out like.
Or your
thing
mom
that
printed
her
out.
mom
There's,
printed
like, a
out
plaque.
this like honorary law degree.
Oh, I
Harper
feel like
White.
Harper went to like kids law camp.
Yeah,
And there's
Yeah.
like a
Yes.
little
or like
like
debate
Mhm.
like school or
Harper
something.
knows a lot just by virtue of having her mother be who she is.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Harper's past 16 bars.
I'll protect all of you from legal problems.
And I'll protect all of you from dodgeballs.
kids, dinner's ready soon.
And with our combined efforts, we will be protected from everything. So it's okay. I'm confident we can do this. I know I'm gonna do it. It just, if you want to do it with me, that would be cool.
Did Porvy already fix Beetleman? I forget
he was
if
Yeah,
drying.
Beetleman is
Yeah.
currently held together with binder clips drying. We can probably
Yeah.
take the binder clips off at this point.
Yeah, because she had used like some good, like
Good
The
glue.
Gorilla Super
Yeah.
Glue gel.
yeah, the Gorilla Super Glue. It's one of the ways. It's one of the ways that Porvy and I are similar. We both have.
Dinner's ready if you guys want to go eat now.
Do you think it's actually Pizza Hut and McDonald's?
Do I
It
smell
might be.
Pizza Hut and McDonald's? They have very distinct smell to them.
Or is it like that the trad wife lady where the
I was
housekeeper
thinking
made
there's
it
a
all?
possibility it's that. There's a possibility.
Homemade fast food.
But I will leave it up to Juicy's.
Yeah, they tempura batter.
This woman is not a trad wife and will never be a trad wife.
No, the housekeeper.
Yeah.
The housekeeper.
You know, the housekeeper making
Did
like
they
a
order
homemade
McDonald's or
version.
did they make it from scratch?
Only one way to find out.
Ollie will just like clean up and just go, thanks guys.
You've done more stuff than I have, so let's go.
I'll like pat Ollie on the back, being like, "It's cool."
Oh, what
I
chicken
am
burger?
gonna-
Also, your mom is
drop.
really cool, and if there's any adult we trust, it should be her.
I am gonna drop the cube one more time in an attempt to break it.
Let's do
Oh
the cube
yeah,
after dinner. Let's do the cube
ahem.
after dinner.
Yeah, let's
think
do the
we
cube
should
after
wait.
dinner. There's Happy Meals downstairs, possibly.
Yes. And I don't want to eat cold food. I want to eat warm food.
As if
toy
your
right
mother would
now.
allow the food to get cold.
Mm.
But yeah, okay. All right, so you head downstairs?
Can we stash the cube and the address book in Miss Bitsy's hair before we do?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't trust your maid. I don't trust any grown up. I'm sorry, except for Ollie's mom.
No,
She
it's okay.
rules.
Yeah, so the chat's funny. I love how they feel dread. So yeah, you head down to dinner, you hide that. And you go down to the massive dining room, this like I'm assuming enormous white dining table that's like 800
Marble
feet long.
dining table.
Yep. There are silver candelabras along it, silver domes also along it, massive silver domes. There is classical music playing on the speakers at either end of this huge room. There's a chandelier in the center.
Mhm.
There's like some slow aria singing. The maid is there in an apron, just like nodding to the children. Oh, kids, come, sit down. Dinner's ready. Harper, your
parents sitting
father
with
says
us?
hi. What?
Oh, I was just gonna ask if the mom is like eating with us.
Oh, yes, of course. And the father's like at the end of the table, kind of
Who-
reading the newspaper.
I would acknowledge my dad with a nod and say, "Hello, Dad."
Wait, they're eating McDonald's and Pizza Hut?
No, not eating yet. No one's eating yet. Everything's covered in a dome.
No.
Could it
Oh,
be?
okay.
I'm scared.
And
I
then
don't know.
and then of course there's the assistant just sort of at the center of the table, just smiling.
Mhm.
That's so creepy.
There's something weird going on here.
As long
is
as
it?
Harper
Alien.
doesn't act weird, I think Ollie will just go with it.
I feel like this is her every day. So like it's just like well actually no, it's not. It's not her every day because she never eats with her parents because her parents are never here. So this is weird for her in the sense that she eats alone every day, all the time. And she also has her friends over right now. So she's gonna be a little bit like robotic in her movements, and her face is gonna be especially neutral. And so she's gonna like pull her own chair out. The chair that she always uses, she uses the exact same chair every single time. It is the leftmost chair from the side that her mother sits on.
Mm-hmm.
And she's
Poor
like,
V will sit next to Harper.
Can I make an outthink roll and
For
see
what?
if Evie like picks up on how incredibly sus this shit is? Do I smell
Is it
McDonald's and
sus?
Pizza Hut in the air?
Is it sus?
Do
I'm
I smell
confused.
McDonald's and Pizza Hut in the air? Juicy, tell me.
Maybe. You all sit down, and then let's dig in. And then, of course, the silver domes pop up, and there is McDonald's and Pizza Hut. And a salad for the mother.
I don't trust like that.
I feel like Dad's got like a full T-bone steak in front of him.
Oh no, he's eating goddamn McDonald's. He's pumped. He wanted
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He wanted a Big Mac. Hashtag not sponsored.
Harper does not understand
Sponsor us,
who her dad
McDonald's.
is
That's good.
because her dad is the like silent, never heard, always present sort of individual.
Yeah. He just kind of puts down the newspaper and starts chowing down on his, like, I don't know, number one, I'm assuming it is. I haven't eaten McDonald's
He
in
could
a
be the
decade.
kindest person in the world and she'd have no idea.
Yeah, yeah. Does he have a mustache?
I was picturing a fully clean-faced man.
Okay, yeah, what
like,
does
well
he look
groomed
like?
and well trimmed.
Name an actor.
He's handsome. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
that from the beginning. He's young and handsome, like her mother.
Okay, is he like a
Um,
Tom Cruise or like American Psycho? You know,
What's the
what's the
difference?
vibe? Yeah,
Those are both two psychos.
that
Is
is
he,
very true.
is
yes.
he
Ryan
rom-com
Reynolds?
handsome?
Okay,
Is he
on a
rom-com handsome
scale-
or is he Wall Street handsome?
Wall Street handsome?
Yeah, I'm
Mm.
assuming
Mm.
square jaw, broad shoulders, well
He
built.
looks like he'd be son to a CEO, or he'd work in like accounting, and he
Yeah.
works on the floor of
Does
like
he look like Chuck Bass?
I don't
don't
know
know
who
who that is.
I'm gonna have to
Chuck
Google it.
Bass. Sorry, it's Gossip Girl character.
I don't know names. I'm bad with celebrities.
That's okay. That's okay.
That
Very-
is
On a
a
scale of-
butterface.
On a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of like psychotic looking though, he's like 10 being the most psychotic. I'd
I
give
assume
him
like a 2. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where I'm at. Is like he's like the beige of like hot men.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Is he younger than her by a little bit?
I feel like their ages are comparable.
Comparable.
like you-
Okay.
Yeah.
Like they were in law school together.
Yeah, that would be the vibe.
Okay. So, yeah, so the domes lift because of the maid servants. They lift the domes and reveal the Pizza Hut and the McDonald's, and you have as many chicken nuggies as you want.
Shit,
Yeah.
we didn't get our bucket stamps, you guys.
I kind of want to roll to see if this is Harper's first time having McDonald's.
You don't need to roll, just decide.
But I don't know is the thing.
Okay,
It's a
okay.
luck check. It's a luck
Yeah,
check.
all right.
So she has not. This is
All
her
right.
first time having chicken nuggets.
There we go. And
So-
with that, I think we will end the episode tonight.
What the fuck is going on, you guys?
How y'all feeling?
So weird. So weird.
I was dying. If I could give inspiration or my own experience points to you, Sel, I would, because when you delivered, I will protect you guys from everything, legal issues. I couldn't.
You got
I was
me.
taken out of the story.
it was done. And but anyways, yeah.
All right, let's tell the people where they can find you. Let's go in reverse order, starting with Rosie.
Great. I hung up these Christmas stockings and I did not realize how much it would help me remember all the stuff I need to name. So, Evelyn, that's me. I think that's kind of off screen in the Twitch layout, but there's one that has Evelyn's name on it for the record. I thought about making one for Miss Bitsy, but decided 6 was enough. Adrian, watch me in Crosshaven on Thursday evenings on twitch.tv/therealgobshite. We're kind of on hiatus right now. We kept having real world scheduling issues. Like, there was literally a pre-planned power outage scheduled for stream time in like early evening in the time zone that it was in. Yeah.
Wild.
Is California okay?
No.
Miriam, watch me here the day after tomorrow playing Witchcraft here with our lovely cast there. I was gonna I realized that nobody could see Haven. I was like, with Haven here, Haven's in the background lurking. I play Miriam in that. Holy crap, I almost cried during episode 2. And we have like 7 more to go. So that's I'm really excited about that game. Sage, listen to Magnificence on Tabletop Tailspinners Network. It is a podcast, not a stream. Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. It's going to be a long-term dark fantasy campaign. Things are getting really spooky in there. We are coming up on my favorite plot arc so far. We just released episode 13, and we have recorded up to episode 33. So we got a lot coming in the pipeline for that. Chloe is from Camp Metaview. Watch Camp Metaview on Juicy was in it.
Yes, it was great.
And Aspen, we have one last episode remaining of the Festive 3 on Game Master Monday on Twitch. I play Aspen. She's a paladin. Last week I smited a snowman. It was really fun. So yeah, that's also my social media is Rosatyrs, ROSATYRS, like Rosie and the Little Goat. You switch them together and you get Rosatyrs. Just follow me there. I do a bunch of stuff. Yeah.
All right, Cell.
Once again, I am Cell, short for Celestial. I am on Instagram, Fuchsia UFO. Look up how to spell that. It's spelled correctly.
Yes.
My other stuff is in my little thingy down there in the chat. Do.
Yep.
And aside from that, there's some stuff eventually that'll come out that I'm in. And I hope to be part of more things.
Heck yeah. Mia.
Hi, I'm Mia. You can find me at YoshaXArts on Instagram and Threads. Commission me whenever I open those commissions up. You can also watch me on Mondays on Cloaks and Capes, where I play a changeling Fey Prince.
Supriya.
Hi, I'm Supriya, or Zoop. You can find me as Zoop Machine wherever you want to. Right now, there's not much going on because I'm in India, so it's totally hard to plan stuff other than this thing. I'm here for this. It is
the dedication of you like beaming in from India, where it is 6 in the fucking morning at our call time, is so remarkable. Thank you for being here.
You know what? The things we do for love.
Yeah. Oh, right back at you.
But we will, I don't know, I'll tell you more about the new year when the new year comes.
Heck yeah. And I am Juicy Garland, Boston area drag queen and super nerd, part of Tabletop Tailspinners leadership. I am in all our faults as our favorite Chaos Twink vampire, Michael. You can also find me in a whole bunch of other stuff, such as tomorrow playing Dimensions and Drones with Boss Jellybean as our GM, where I'm going to be the most absurd gnome I have been on stream ever. And I'm very excited because I haven't played a gnome on a stream in a long time. Ever? I think ever. I don't think I've ever played a gnome. Real pumped about that. I love me some gnomes. In addition to that, I have some stuff coming up with the Queer XP, which I'm really excited about, including sexy battle wizards that will be recorded in January at some point and then released later. I also have a live show in Boston with the Queer XP with an all drag player cast, and then Eric from the Queer XP is our GM, and we're playing Moonlight on Roseville Beach. I also have a bunch of other stuff coming up down the pipeline. Follow my socials at Juicy Garland and at juicy.garland, and you will see what else I have coming up in the future. Thank you. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.